Hello
So tiny.
and welcome. Grayson SE has just joined the party. Well, good to see you. How was he sub before he was following? That's hilarious. Um. Anyway, welcome to the first episode of the new. We are. Oh my goodness. We are who is called the Pixel Plane now. We are formerly known as the Upcast Crew. And before we start, everyone can introduce themselves how they would like, starting from left to right on the screen.
Which screen? Discord or?
No, on the stream.
Oh, hi guys. I'm Taya Brock. I'm a halfling, and I'm playing a rogue with a haunted background.
I'm Volans, Silver Dragonkin, level 2 cleric, and I'm trying to make it on my own and separate myself from my noble family.
Hello, my name is Timber Slew. I am a fire genasi with a little bit of wild magic in my blood, strayed from my family, and here for a good time.
Hello, my name is Fianna Kinuit. I'm from the Kinuit family in the Silas sect. We are known for protecting the walls from portals into the Vale, and I take that very seriously.
Oh, hey, it's me, Grummond. I'm a orc fighter, level 2, and not just your typical brute fighter. I tend to like the arcane and studying and reading books, and that's what I do.
And last but not least,
My name is Rael Vangar, and I am a practitioner of alchemy, but I'm also pursuing the blood hunting arts with the hopes that I can actually be stronger than I once was.
all right. Now that everyone's introduced, we can go ahead and jump right in. And as I'll give a little bit of background. So, everyone here has grown up in the city of Rune, in the center of the Runic Valley. They were raised basically as if it were a boarding school up until the age of 20. And once everyone turned 20, near the end of the year, once the winter first started coming around in the month of Arnfall when it begins raining, everyone had gone through what is basically an entrance exam to one sect of their choice, be it the Ali, the Silas, or the Apollo, the martial, divine, and arcane, respectively. Each person went through completing their entrance exams, making it into their respective sects, and being accepted into a specific clan under each sect, meaning that certain families have certain techniques, and that is the type of essentially archetype that they will be following in their journey. And every year, at the end of the year, there is a Carnival of the Sky, which is kind of celebrating the newly grown into adulthood generation, which includes you guys. And so everyone will make the trip back from the city of their sect to the city of Rune for this week-long celebration. And it is such an important kind of tradition that even some of the champions who protect the surrounding valley in the keeps come down to partake in this and kind of scout out for who they would like to bring up in the future. So we will be starting with Fianna. As you are on your way, you see you're kind of sitting on this covered wagon with your sister, and you guys are on your way back to Rune. It is with a slow pace in this caravan. It's about a 2-day kind of journey. You guys have people that continue as you guys just sleep through. It's not 2 full days. You guys arrive at about the mid of the second day. And your sister, she kind of turns to you and looks, and as you've seen her before, she is an Eladrin, similar to yourself, born in similar months, so she is also of winter. You see her blue skin and blue hair, very similar to yours, though she is missing one arm and one leg. She does have these
Right, no,
prosthetics.
she's a
Oh,
spring
she's summer.
Eladrin.
She's spring, so not exactly the same. She does turn to you, kind of. Ever since kind of her expedition and her injuries, she's been a little more grim and not necessarily as happy all the time. She turns to you, Rihanna. It is a momentous day, as you have finally passed your entrance exams and now you will get to participate in the festival. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm definitely excited.
Mm.
I'd rather just be training. Training. It's hasn't always been my favorite festivals, but
Well,
I'll be able to spend time with you. That's very nice.
it is different to say once you are um, participating rather than running the setup as you did all those years as a adolescent. But I have prepared a gift for you, and she kind of reaches into this little bag next to her, and she pulls out this lantern that's shaped like an acorn. And you see it's not currently lit, but she speaks a word. You notice it as Elvish. She speaks the word speaks the word Maska, and you see the flame erupts into a bright orange, and it has just the gentle kind of roar of a flame. And she hands it to you. She goes, "This will protect you in times of need." Who just died? Oh, he's back.
I don't know.
Welcome back. It's like, this will protect you in times of need. If aberrant creatures are upon you, and even you can't see them with your sense, this will light the way for you. She hands it over to you.
Well, thank you. I hopefully won't have to find any aberrant creatures, but I really appreciate this, Emer.
The path that you are on, it is likely you may, if you follow in my footsteps at all. And she kind of gives a slight chuckle.
Well, hopefully so.
And then after a bit, it kind of falls into a little bit of silence as you see out, you can hear the kind of wood on the wheels and the horse hooves as you hear yourselves going over the bridge, crossing the river to the city of Rune. And you can see now this kind of not huge city, but it is more of a town with these spread out buildings. Everything is very kind of wooden, thatch roofs, hand built. Though it is nicely constructed. And you guys eventually make to a spot, a clearing where you begin offloading all your things. You obviously are not having to necessarily help. That's what the kind of lower, less than noble houses are helping you out. And you do make eye contact with, you see a friend of yours, Volans, as he exits his cart with his family. And Volans, you want to describe what your character looks like? And you can also, Diana.
I'm a silver dragonkin with a large dorsal fin. Makes me look like I have a mohawk. And yeah. Ah, Vienna. Nice to see you again.
Volans. Yeah, it's been a little bit. Are you here for the festival as well?
I am. I see that we both passed our exams. That's good. We bring honor to our houses.
Yeah. What are you doing now?
Just on my way, taking a bit of a rest. Lucky I ran into you. I was getting a little bored.
Oh, well, you're welcome to join us.
You
We just
see,
Yes.
as
have
you
to
guys
walk around.
kind of make your way further into the city. You see that the other clans and people from other sects are also making their way here. As you notice, you see members from the Ali and members from the I believe Silas. No, the from the Apollo sect are also arriving. You guys see a wide number of people that you haven't seen in a while because in passing, as well as some members of your own kind of graduating class, as it were. Noticing with both of your guys' fairly high perceptions, you guys first do pick out Grummond very easily as he is a large individual. You see, Grummond, you are currently in the midst of helping kind of unload one of the carts.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah,
Drummond,
so
my friend.
What's up, Volans?
Long time no see.
Oh, you two
I don't.
know each other?
In passing, we had some training together, but not a lot.
You guys are all funny, acting like you don't know us. Come on. We're all kids here.
Well, I don't think I ever met you.
you
But
see,
if
you
I
hear,
now,
the kind of voice coming from around the cart. It's like, "Are you kidding? We've all been in the same class for the past 15 years." And Grummond and all you guys turn around. You see Garrick. He's a cousin of yours, Grummond, who was also in the same year as you guys.
Yeah.
Do you really pay that
Garrett
little
remembers.
attention?
I
I
don't know
don't-
how you can miss me either.
We're quite large. I mean, and he kind of gives you a shove. This one kept his head in the books the whole time. You might have missed him in the library.
Well, maybe if you did it too, you'd be as smart as I was.
Don't need to be smart to knock shit up. Not. Hold on, that came out wrong.
Wait, is
To knock shit, break stuff. That's what I meant.
all right? I was worried I would have to, tell Uncle.
No. I mean, no. I'm gonna go and finish lifting things. And he just kind of like walks away awkwardly. You know him very well, Grummond. He is just kind of a meathead at heart, and he gives you relentless shit for reading a book in general, let alone studying as part of your like focus.
Yeah, this is. Everyone gives me shit for that.
And then also you guys do notice kind of over as off to the side as you hear the Apollo sect finally arriving. You hear kind of a loud popping noise as you see the quirky duo, as it were, of Temperance and Rael walking up as apparently, to everyone's surprise, Rael has just blown up some type of black in his hand, and it wasn't Temperance. And he's got kind of scorch marks on his hands now as they kind of walk up.
Damn it, Rael.
I look over at Temperance and ask, it was, I don't know, it was just a bit of a balm. It was balm, as in like the things you would put on your hand, not like, it wasn't meant to explode, but it was supposed to just help a rash that I got from another thing earlier. Well, it wasn't. It got it. If it would have stayed cold, it would have been fine. But it agented faster than that. So.
I don't
But,
know what you expected from that. I just truly don't.
Rael, classic Rael, always getting the amounts of the ingredients wrong. What the hell are you putting explosives in a bomb anyway?
Oh, we can't all just be practicing in a book. So it's you figure it out as you go sometimes.
It's the wild element, if you would say. It's harder to put into practice.
Yeah. Eventually,
Explosives?
you gotta get your hands used to it.
Who's messing around with explosives?
No, it was just a hand ointment. I just
As you guys,
I got near flame and it combusted.
you guys turn and you see, actually, for the first time in a while, Hempress, as your father Thezik makes his way over.
Father.
Hey, boy, glad to see you passed your tests. It's been quiet at the house without you, but proud of you nonetheless.
It's appreciated, Father.
As you see,
Temper's gonna reach out for a big handshake.
he had been keeping kind of like a little bit of a wide berth like around you, and he kind of like walks up and gives you a solid handshake, then immediately kind of takes 3 steps back. He's like, oh, well, your mother should be around here somewhere. You see, he is kind of a dwarf, so you do dwarf him by quite a bit as his beard is long. He strokes it and he looks around. You know your father as a very good craftsman, not a very paying attention person. Like, I just need to. I got law. I'll go find her, and then if you see her, she does.
I'll find
she
her.
does miss you, so you should go say hi at some point today.
I will. I will make a point of it to go and find her. Thank you, Father.
We'll be watching you guys at the pit. Be the first year fighting. Sounds like a good time.
A scuffle and a half.
Don't kill anyone. Yourself included.
He's getting better with the restraint.
Who are you?
Yeah. Father, this is Rael. A very good friend of mine, a good buddy, and Tempers grabs him by the shoulder and roughs him up a little. This is my good pal in the Apollo sect. We've gotten to know each other over time, and he's made sure that I haven't blown myself up.
Nice.
Or at least I've been there when he does.
He's too busy blowing himself up.
I could see.
Yeah, I do that
Well,
as I smear a little bit of the powder off my hands, on my leg.
well, you kids, or adults now, have fun. Don't get into too much trouble with the newfound freedom. Kind of makes his way. As you guys look around the city, there is kind of the general like center square that is the open kind of plaza. People are setting up stalls and they're setting up banners and all this kind of stuff. And you do recognize a lot of these as kind of your underclassmen who you had grown up with as well, who are like 1 to 10 years younger than you, as you guys had been setting this up in previous years. So does anybody want to do anything because there's going to be kind of a number of hours before the night festivities begin. Whereas tonight will be the first night that you guys all do participate in the pit fights.
I would like to go and find my mother real quick and give her a grand old hug.
All right, make me a investigation check.
I'll help you look for her. I'll help you look for her. I haven't seen my parents around yet. They'll typically probably arrive late, so.
22. Not 20, baby.
Oh, starting off strong.
Wow.
All right,
first roll. Damn.
Yeah, you easily kind of take a look around, and you just turn your head to kind of the Ollie area where they're kind of staging and pulling everything off, and you see quite obviously your mother standing next to the Shatterforge cart as she's beginning to unload things.
I run over and I want to help her unpack and just whatever she's moving. I want to like take it out of her hands and just set it. Mother, be cautious of yourself.
It's good to see you. It's been a while.
It has been a while, Mother. And Tempers wants to give her a big old hug, squats down.
She'll give you a hug back. Oh! She looks to Rael's. Oh, who's this? You've made friends. Good to see.
I have, Mother. This is Rael, good pal of mine, and he gets in just as much explosive trouble as I do. But don't you worry, he has my back.
That's not particularly
No, that sounds
good.
That's not.
tease.
This wasn't an explosion. It was just explosive ointment. But you know what I mean.
No. Ointment typically.
Well,
I'm glad to see your.
It just kind of caught flame. I didn't realize that I had walked past a kid with a sparkler. So.
They start early in the morning, I suppose. But Don't worry about this. I can handle this. You guys go. Have fun. This is your first days of freedom before training starts. You know.
I will always try and help my mother first, but as your wish, I will go and be amongst the kids my age. Come on, Ryle. And see you later, mother.
Goodbye. It's
Have a
good to
nice
see you
day.
again. Nice to meet you as well. You guys see as she just kind of goes back to working in that around in the way she was before. And it feels odd for all of you for sure, as this is the first year of your guys' lives that you guys haven't really... You're first kind of conscious as more of a older being that can understand what's going on. Not helping set up and like not necessarily working the event. So you kind of are almost stopped and not understood as what to do.
Yeah, Grumman definitely catches himself trying to help, like unloading shit.
Yeah, and they're all like,
Kinda-
stop. What are you doing?
I just wanna help. I usually
Go.
unload this cart every year.
Yeah, go see what Garrick's doing. Didn't you guys are supposed to go out and do things, not help this year? It's supposed to be a celebration. Get ready for the fight later. You're probably going to be against him, so watch him. Figure it out. Get in his head.
Okay. I'm gonna go walk out looking for Gary.
You walk around, you see kind of just like in the general area still, you notice Garrick with a kind of a number of your guys' other classmates that you came up with, as you guys were kind of among the higher of the class, like you guys were the most talented.
Yeah.
And these guys were in your class as well, as you do see kind of another halfling who you recognize as Don, as well as in the background you notice one person who you notice everywhere, but you also have never really talked to, as you see a short kind of halfling in darker leather armor kind of standing off to the side, as you recognize Taya. Taya, would you like to describe what you are looking like?
Yeah, I'm probably wearing my armor and probably look like I'm conversing to the air next to me.
Yeah, that is what you do see, as well as the group of kind of... You see another high elf. She has golden skin with kind of bright orange hair down to her shoulders, with her long ears pointing almost straight up, and her eyes are fully yellow with barely distinguishable irises. You recognize her as Fianna. You also recognize her as kind of your, what I would say, rival to say, as her family is family friends of yours. Her name is Brigid Chalgret, and she is another kind of ranger similar to you, though she is more combat focused as her focus goes. As you guys kind of make eye contact, and she gives you a smirk. As well as you see Garrick over there. And Temperance, your cousin Phoenix is over there. As you see, he is kind of following in the footsteps that almost you wish you had, as he is... Because as you see the way his robes are, he has successfully passed his exam and become a light cleric as a member of the Liu family. And he gives you kind of a nod as your guys' eyes pass each other.
Give him a stern nod back and a slight smile.
And then
Vienna gives kind of a slight roll of her eye. She goes to just kind of talk with Emer.
yeah. As Volans, you see kind of basically the younger, not even your cousin, just kind of a similar, like a family friend, younger, a large, well-built dragonborn who's wearing armor kind of similar to yours, but he is brass, and his family is kind of a branch family of yours. And so they're not necessarily held in high prestige. And so you see him, his name is Roman. He was kind of a friend of yours as a child, but you guys have kind of grown apart as you've gotten older, as that kind of divide between the main family and the branch family are growing. And last but not least, you see Ryle. You see a gray skin, white hair high elf, or he's a drow. He has dark slate gray skin with his white hair, sharp features, and he's got two scimitars by his side and kind of a sleek black cloak. Though he has kind of a golden sheen on the inside of it, and you recognize him as Ayan, one of the others. He's the only other person in your guys' class who went to become a blood hunter. So you guys are familiar with each other, though he kind of seems very rude to you, mostly because you're kind of weird and you always blow stuff up. So as you guys,
which one's kind of weird, me or
you,
or
you,
I?
yeah.
How you doing,
So,
Ian?
Fine. How is Well, I see that your clothes are not on fire as of yet.
No, they're pristine.
What about
It's
your
fine,
hands?
Right?
He kind of looks down to the kind of like
cleaning.
you got. You got most of it
Cleaning
off,
mud.
but there's still kind of that like black scorch mark that you got to scrape off a little bit.
What? You haven't mastered the blood arts yet? You can't get your blades ignite?
No, I don't need to mess around with potions to fell my enemies.
What was his
You know he is
denomination
a ghost slayer.
Hmm.
So he kind of like flicks it, he like rubs his hand, like waves it in the air, and you see kind of like golden, radiant light kind of tingle off of it. And it gives you a smirk. Look into the whole group. So are you all ready to lose to us in the skirmish tonight? Or are you going to put up
We're going to make sure we have a good challenge for you tonight. It's not just going to be a bunch of nothing. I hope you prepare a good fight yourself.
Well, in all the training we did over the past month at the Apollo sect, Rael did not beat me once, so I'm not worried.
Well, you always fucking cheated. So.
Winning is not cheating as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time. You do really well. I'll catch up to you soon.
That makes one of us. Gives kind of like a asshole grin and starts turning away.
As I'm approaching the group, as I'm passing Taya, hey Taya, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? How are the
Pretty
How is
good.
the sky today up there?
Always gotta do it, huh? Every single time.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of weird, honestly. I'm so used to working the event that I don't know what to do with myself. But I was gonna go catch up with the rest of the group if you want to come.
Rest of the group?
Yeah, I see him over there talking. My cousin's over there and stuff. Rael and
I've
all
always
them.
seen them. Sure.
Well,
Sure.
I'll introduce you.
I'm gonna like kind of tug on your like pant or kind of like a sign of like, hey, can you pick me up?
Yeah, I'll grab you by the back of your armor and lift you and throw you up on my shoulder.
Sick.
Then Taya, you kind of hear a faint, more people.
It's okay. It's okay. We enjoy company. It's fine.
You enjoy
You say that out
company.
loud?
Yeah, I say this out loud.
Yeah, it is okay.
We enjoy company. It's great. It's a good time. We make friends. We love friends.
I mean, I guess.
It'll help us get what we want done. Done.
What are we getting done today?
So you guys kind of have the day, as you see
Relaxing.
stalls coming up here and there, you guys have the day to kind of explore this the festival as kind of festival goers rather than employees, essentially. And then once the sun begins setting, then the pit fights begin, where everyone has kind of exhibition matches against people of their level of skill. And you guys being the lowest will be going first. also the newest additions to the sects. So if anyone wants to look around, check out what's at the festival, you guys are free to. If not, we can kind of fast forward towards the earlier evening where the fights will begin.
Go carb load.
Go carb load. Yeah, as you go kind of with Taya and a few others, as you guys kind of are in a group, and Garrick is with you guys looking around. You see that some of the earliest stalls that have been getting up are the food stalls as they're starting to kind of cook stuff and get stuff ready. You see they've got kind of assortments of fancy kind of like bread, different kinds of breads. People have some kind of like smoked meats and things like that you can have out, as well as there's like candied apples and other kind of assorted sweet goodies.
Fianna is gonna head over to one of the sweets tables.
So you see as one of the families from the Apollo sect actually are kind of setting up what looks something similar to like this weird contraption that has it's like a circular thing, and they've got these little kind of wooden dowels that they kind of put in there, and it waves around, and then this candy that looks very similar to cotton kind of forms on it. Would you like to try some? As you see it,
Oh wow!
a younger elven boy, is he setting it up?
Do you have anything with honey in it?
I can put honey on this.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
You see, as there are kind of assorted. He says, we also do have you. So there's kind of like apples with honey and other kinds of things. You realize honey is one of the most. It's like this is sugar made from the. It's hard to explain. Here, try. And he kind of like gets like a squeeze bottle and puts some honey on top of it and hands it to you.
And how do I eat this? Just
can
take a bite.
Bite into it, or you can pull pieces off.
Okay. Just gonna lean in and take a bite and just be really surprised when it just dissolves right away.
It dissolves right away, and it's pure sugar. It's just so sweet.
Oh my god! What is this?
Pure sugar and honey.
But what is it called?
Cotton sugar. We're working on the name.
Okay.
It's like cotton, but it's sugar, so we thought it was appropriate.
Yeah, that works. But maybe a catchier name. But this is very good.
Sugar, cotton. We'll figure it out. We have time.
As I'm walking towards the pasta cart, I'm gonna pass by the candy one and say, loading up on sugar before we fight is no way to do it. You're really gonna be regretting it later, and you're cramping up, and you crash from your sugar high now. It's really gonna ruin your ability. So,
Well, speak for yourself.
I mean, I'm just not. I mean, I'm speaking from knowledge. This is like a studied thing. This is not something that is just for me. It's for mostly everybody.
Yeah, and if you'd ever had candy before, you'd also even just know. So
I have a bit of a different relationship with honey. I appreciate your advice, but it won't be a problem at all.
Okay.
You guys kind of have that awkward moment.
Looking out for the little guy.
She gets like very defensive about the honey.
I mean,
Honey,
Grumman,
honey.
Kind of like
That's
hold it
amazing.
away from Grummond.
I do not want your sweet treats.
I mean, you
See,
can
I-
always
Oh,
try
good.
some. It's
More-
not gonna
more
hurt
for
you
me.
that much.
Is the candied
Actually-
floss good? Have you
Floss.
tried it?
Candy floss candy.
Cotton.
Floss.
That's a good one. Cotton
Oh, I thought it was just
it
fluffy
is.
sugar.
Cotton floss.
fluffy sugar. I like that.
Floss.
Sugar fluff. Floss sugar. Flossy
Flossed sugar.
floss while you. Oh, no, okay, it's getting too long now.
Flossy fluffy.
Candied
That's-
floss. It's just floss, but it's candied.
But it's more like cotton than floss.
Tomato,
You-
tomato. It's the same thing.
No, there's no tomatoes in it.
Oh,
I think
Tough
For my
candy.
contribution, I think I deserve some
It's
for free.
it's always free.
It's always free?
This
Grumman,
is
No.
since when has it always been free?
the festival
Uh,
is free things.
Yeah, it's always
The
it's
food
always
the
been
food
free.
is free, especially for recent graduates.
Usually they don't have me work out in front, so I really didn't know what was going on out here.
I'll
Who are you?
And who are you?
Bren.
Nice to
I would
meet you,
just,
Bren.
oh, did you? Are you in there?
This is
Yes.
yeah.
I went to.
Thea's
Sc-
always been.
What's
I've
all with
been.
the questions?
I went to school with you guys. I'm just a year behind. I never met. I've never met her. I've seen you guys. It's my first time speaking to you, but I've seen you. Not her though.
You haven't seen me? Well, that's good. That's the goal. To be
Oh.
unseen.
On his
She
shoulders,
usually
it's
is off
quite easy
hiding
to
a
see
lot.
you.
Oh, well,
Well,
I'm
this is the
choosing to be
festival.
seen.
And as like Temperus and Rael get closer, he's kind of like scoots away. He's like, "Oh, what? Hello,
What is
gonna-
this madness that you're
Floss.
peddling?
This is
Temperance,
Floss?
you gotta
No,
try
my-
the floss.
Puffy
My
fluff.
teeth.
Yes, you should get them. But after the festival, where would I be able to find more of this?
Well, I'm not sure. Was like my family my brother and I. It's like a school project that went wrong. We were trying to make a magic thing, and we made a candy floss machine.
Give me some of your best floss, please.
I'm gonna reach down and grab a handful and hand it up to Teo.
No, wait,
And then get super upset that that it's so sticky and all over my fucking
it's
top. I didn't know it was sticky. I should have known it's sugar.
it's like melted sugar.
I'm gonna grab whatever's there with my hand. That
Um,
he hands up to me. Just kind of
Yeah,
stuff
I'm
my
handing
face
it.
with it.
I'm wiping it like
Oh.
on a. You
Here,
said it's Bryn. Is that what you said?
Bren, yes.
Yeah, I'm wiping it on his shirt.
And he's like, "Oh, I was here," and he kind of puts this one of the dowels and gets it covered and hands it to you, Temperance. But he like leans as far away as he can and like hands it to you with 2 fingers.
As Temperance is gonna reach for it, and then right before he grabs it, he's gonna twitch his hand and go, "Ha!"
He almost dropped it. He's like, "Oh, oh."
Temperance, come on.
Classic
Yeah,
Temperance.
That's simple geometry. I just do not understand why you're so scared. It doesn't make
Well,
sense.
Well,
I am
yeah,
a
there's-
person too. You're below
Yes.
us, no?
Spontaneously combustible, as I've heard.
I mean, we all are technically.
Is that
Cast
true?
the right spell. Technically not spontaneous, but
You know,
I
I
mean,
have
that's what
I
we
have
know
yet to
now.
get like I'm so close. I'm so close to getting the spells. I can't like I'm gonna try to make a little cantrip spell, but it just fizzles out. I just can't get it. I need to keep reading.
Formulas, they're tough.
Oh, we're trying to make. I'm gonna cast the Druidcraft cantrip in the sugar. If I
So
can.
you
There's
see
a
like the sugar
flower looking thing.
as it just starts pouring rain, and a little kind of rain cloud appears above it and just like wets it, and it starts melting away.
I got the formula all together, and I know all the words. I know
So
everything. I just
Hey, you know that means that in the next 24 hours it's gonna rain.
You ruined the batch.
Ooh. Oh, it's going to rain, you guys. It's going
The
to
candy floss.
rain.
It's
It's
And-
ruined.
and-
sorry.
Yeah. Anyway,
I feel like it's dripping all over my shoulder, and
Oh,
I'm
but
so
it was
upset about
worth
it.
it for the weather.
as the Druidcraft cantrip ends, you see all the kind of water fades away, Grummond, but that still kind of solidified dried sugar is on your shoulder.
Breath?
A little bit of it gets into your like animal skin on your shoulder.
This is just extremely complicated to clean out.
I'm gonna spit on my hands and try and like rub it
No,
out.
no. Oh,
Are there
Um.
Jeez.
All right.
are there fights going on right now? Are there pit fights going on right now?
Not yet. People are still setting up, as you see, kind of in the center of town. There's no well or anything, so the very center is kind of just a large sand pit, and people are kind of adding bleachers around, and they are drawing out kind of lines and starting areas and stuff like that, and like putting up posts to put up lights and all that kind of stuff.
Were the pit fights typically classes versus classes, or are they individuals versus individuals?
For this, like for your opening kind of year, it is class versus class, so it would be you guys versus that kind of group you guys had ran into earlier. And yeah, so it's but then as you get older and older, kind of as your personal skill improves, then it kind of turns into just more of show matches type of thing, where it's like you kind of find others in kind of do show matches essentially to show off how powerful you are, because the champions from the Blackstone Keeps come down and personally choose people to join their squads essentially.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go get my pasta.
You go over and you see two younger, kind of looking like maybe 12 or 13-year-old hobgoblins sitting there, and they're making what looks kind of like yakisoba. Welcome.
So get your biggest bowl.
All right. And they kind of pull. You see, like underneath, they both have to like help lift, and there's just this large ceramic bowl that's just massive. It's like a serving bowl. And then they take the walk and kind of pour it in. And, push up. There's stools underneath the counter. And for you, miss, and they point to Taya.
I'm gonna jump down and be like, I also want the biggest bowl.
You see Taya standing like on the table next to it, and the bowl is like she could low-key curl up inside the bowl. They're like, "Are you sure?"
Did I stutter?
Taya.
They kind of look at you, grumbling. They're like, "What do we do?"
I'll. Taya,
Yeah.
I don't want to carry two of these bowls.
Ooh,
It's
that's
not optimal
fair.
maneuvering through the crowd because I'm not gonna sit here and eat. And I
Hmm.
know you're not gonna finish it all. And if I overload on these carbs, it's gonna be bad, and I don't want them to go to waste.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really want any. I just wanted to have something in front of me.
You
But
know
if we're
what?
not gonna sit here,
When I'm done with the bowl, you can hold it. And by hold it, I mean I'll hold you in it.
that's an amazing idea.
This is a lot of.
I'll bring
All
the
right, you
bowl
ca-
back. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. As I go back to start making more food.
I'm gonna look at them when they like turn away and kind of like shake my head. I have plans for that bowl.
You seem to have, in that it like created more fear in these 13-year-olds. So they're just terrified now that you've given them like essentially a death stare and told them you're going to steal their bowl.
Yeah, we will return their bowl because this is an important bowl to them.
Of course, always.
I like the
return
bowl
the
though.
things.
We should keep the bowl.
After we have our fun, we're not going to keep the bowl. You just agreed with me that we're. Wait.
We're going to keep the bowl, right?
Yeah, we're gonna keep the bowl.
Okay.
No one else needs to know. It's our bowl now.
Ugh, got a headache.
I do hear all
should
this,
go to
right?
sleep.
No, you don't. You don't hear the other voice.
No, not the second.
You just
not
hear
the
me
second
talking.
voice. I hear you. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Talking to herself, essentially.
No, and I'm responding like the person that doesn't know someone else is on the phone and they're responding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not keeping the bowl though. We said we're not keeping the bowl. We agreed on this.
Can I sleep? I'm dead? Am I a ghost? Am I dead or am I alive? We've talked about this a million times.
We've talked about this.
Am I going
So I'm-
But
crazy?
it always never hurts to try and sleep.
Okay, I'm gonna try and sleep.
I don't think a nap
Even though they
before
say-
combat is appropriate.
You know, you can always sleep.
I
when
think
you're
he's
dead.
I think he's talking to you, but I'm dead, and I'm not asleep. I think he's talking to you, by the way.
No, he is.
I am.
Can you sleep when you die?
Eternally.
But what if
Yeah, that doesn't
they're
make
awake?
sense.
Eternity. For eternity.
Yes, Volans. He's a cleric, right?
Oh yeah. Where's the
He's
shiny boy?
he's pretty easy to see as you kind of look across and you just see a
okay.
large dorsal fin shining bright silver in the sunlight.
Grumman, we gotta go see the shiny boy. The shiny
Oh.
boy.
Okay, we're going. And I'm walking and eating my noodles.
It's very good noodles.
They are good
Everything got all
noodles.
the. It's got some good vegetables for the hardiness and the carbs of just noodles for days.
I stop by that I stop by that cart every year.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you know the
Volans,
Sato clan makes good noodles.
Hey,
we
hey,
have
Taya.
questions.
Taya, look
Yes.
at this. Look at the bottom of the bowl. And you see a G on the bottom of it?
For
I
Grumman.
carved this, yeah.
That's
I
funny.
don't even think they've noticed yet.
That's funny. You should do it on all their bowls.
No, this is the only one I've used.
Oh. They only have that one big one?
I guess so. I get this one every year.
You might
Although,
have to get a new one.
maybe
Volans,
maybe
we
they
gotta
do
go
know.
find Volans.
But we found him.
Volans.
He's right there.
I know, but he's not responding to me. I'm gonna sing his
Hello?
name
Hey.
until he keeps. You're awake.
You're finally awake.
Yes.
We have a question. Me and Grummond have a question.
I mean, mainly Taya. I don't really have this question.
No, we both do. We all do. Can you?
Oh.
Can you sleep when you're dead?
Or are you
It's for
dead when you're
eternity, right?
sleeping?
You're always
Are you
sleeping.
dead when you're sleeping? That's
I
a good
don't
question.
Wait,
understand.
no. If you're not dead when you're sleeping,
How do we know? We're not awake
because
to
you're
know.
because
Your
you
body is asleep, but your spirit is
but you
It's
can't
dead?
eternally awake.
but you can't wake up dead.
Oh, your body's asleep, but your spirit's. Oh, so maybe if you're a spirit, you don't have to sleep. How do you relieve headaches then?
No need
If
to
you're
sleep.
dead.
The best thing to relieve a headache if you're already dead is to stop talking.
Oh.
I'll try it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a bummer.
Usually when
But
I get a
You
headache,
guys aren't dead, so you shouldn't have that problem.
I don't. Not yet, at least.
I don't plan on it.
Not for a while. Not for a while, but we all die. We all die.
Eventually, otherwise my house would be out of business.
The dead keep you employed.
So you
That's
guys
always a
know
good time.
the biggest difference on Volans that you guys hadn't seen before was that on his chest piece, kind of connected to his pauldron, there is a kind of the emblem that is like a coffin.
Hmm. That's new. Where'd you find
Yes.
that?
Father gave it to me when I graduated.
So, do you like dig graves now?
No, I prepare bodies' last rites. Everything a normal grave cleric does.
You say that like it's so obvious.
Have you never had a loved one die?
Yeah, but like, I don't know all the
Where
inner
did you
workings of
think we
grave
did?
clerics. I mean, I guess you're right. I just never really read up on that. I should. You know what? I will.
A book you haven't read. How funny is that?
You know, I haven't read every single book there is, right? Although
Really,
I'm
that
working
is-
on it.
I wish you luck on your quest.
Thank you.
Temperus, Rael, did you guys want to do anything before the evening begins?
Bruce is just lurking around. He's not gonna eat much. He's just waiting and watching everyone people watch and watch
You-
Taya and Grumman.
Being a creep.
Yeah, you're kind of sitting on a bench,
We're,
just like
sitting.
off to the side, and there's just like
So-
there's kind of just like a pocket where nobody walks near you.
You know, I feel like we're always off to the side. Do you want me to go grab you something to eat, and I can bring it back to you?
Oh, on another note, Tempest, the candy is very good.
Good.
Do you
No,
want
you
something
can.
else?
No, I will take what a nice little bread, trinket, whatever they have over there. It's no point in going and amusing them with their might blow up. It's better just sticking to the sides. Please enjoy yourself.
No,
Ryle.
that's why I'm saying
all
I'll
these
bring it.
years,
I'll bring it back to you if you want. It's just.
I'll take a nice little loaf of bread.
All right, I'll go.
Do you like my
Hey,
broth?
before I go back, do you
Dip the
wanna?
bread in the broth.
Temperance flicks his head and looks at Drummond and goes, "No, thank you, though."
I mean, I
Bread?
just don't want all the
He's-
fluids in me, so.
Yakisoba doesn't have broth.
Oh,
Oh,
well, fuck.
Why is she like swirling it around with her feet earlier or something? Why does she have that look on her face?
Did you put your feet in the? Oh, you should have done. You should have put your feet in the noodles. That would have been funny.
Well, she just has
that
a
would have been
weird
so
look on her face.
funny.
Taya, I
Oh.
assure you, whatever they said to you, it would have been hilarious.
It would have been. It's almost as good as this, and I'm gonna have a faint like smell of like skunk pass through all of us.
The
Smells quite vile.
Every
Good
time.
God.
do you
Every goddamn
Good
time.
gods.
I.
Someone stinky.
Temperance, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling, together?
I feel a little
Maybe-
more pulled together
Look,
today. It's a
you seem
big.
more relaxed than normal.
Roll me a wisdom check.
All right.
Is it like a stone ground we're on?
No, it's like
Grass?
grass and dirt, kind of packed.
12.
12. You feel kind of all right. You kind of almost as if you've had like an upset stomach, but kind of think of it more up in your chest. But it's kind of just a little burning feeling. But you're very kind of used to it almost. And so that was kind of just checking how you feel. But you do feel kind of at the back of your head, like you feel quite often, almost like you're being just like stared at, even though you know nothing's there. It's odd this time as you kind of peek over your shoulder. You catch a glance of the Mount Nightfall. And it just feels weird for a second, but you shake it off.
Nothing abnormal. Just another day. A bit of, I guess you can call it anxiety of the upcoming.
There
Yeah.
are a couple routes that I saw walking in from the outer lands around the carnival area that if you mash them up in the back of your teeth for a while, like kind of like chewing, it can kind of relax you a little bit if you want to go grab that. But
I think some bread and those roots will
yeah,
be great.
sure, I'll go grab that for you. I could use a bite anyway. The whenever he does his tricks, he always kind of makes the blood rush to your head. So if we're going up against him later, you're gonna need to make sure you're not already feeling lightheaded. He's gonna have greater influence on you, especially you. So
Never wise.
all right, well stay put. Don't let the stairs get you down. I'll go grab the bread.
Thank you.
What time does the fights usually start? Did you say?
Once the evening sets in and it becomes night. So like during twilight, essentially.
And how far out are we?
We can. Whenever anyone's kind of done, it'll make our way there.
Okay.
It's
Well,
probably
I'm gonna
midday
make
right
my
now,
way-
so 2 or 3 hours.
Okay. Well, about yeah, like probably now. I'm gonna start getting a little warm up. Start getting some pump going. You know.
Yeah, you head over to kind of the ready area, and you see Garrick is already there, as well as you see Bridget and Ayan, and Roman. Phoenix and Dawn are not there currently.
All
I
right,
mean,
so
if you want a
Garrick,
little bit of warm up, I can help you.
you said Garrick.
Yeah, Garrick
Bridget?
is like there's these kind of Brigid and Roman and Ayan.
How do you spell that one?
Ayan's Aien.
Aien. Okay. And so Garrick is
Garrick
basically my
just
counterpart.
currently has his kind of maul in both hands, and he's just practicing on one of the. It's not even a dummy at this point. It's just like a log embedded in the ground, and all the kind of fluff and like straw that had been on it is just gone at this point.
Okay, Bridget is whose counterpart?
Bridget is she's ranger. She is a Eladrin ranger, appearing to be a summer Eladrin. She has bright orange, golden skin.
Okay, Roman.
Roman is a large brass dragonborn.
Yes, that's right. So he is also in the cleric order.
He is, though. He is a he's a paladin. He's a paladin. He is not a cleric. As you see, he's similar to what's it called? The Garrick. He's kind of just practicing his martial abilities.
Yeah. Ayan.
Ayan, he's a blood hunter.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Very
I'm just getting
creepy
them all.
looking. Similar to how your own blood hunter is a bit creepy
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah. And then there's what's the other two's name?
Phoenix and Dawn.
Phoenix is the.
Phoenix is a fire genasi cleric, and Dawn is a she is also a cleric. She is a stout little halfling. She has kind of red hair, blue eyes, soft features.
Okay.
You do at this point kind of catch an eye as she's kind of just like wandering around. She does have a very kind of air about her. She's not really ever seeming to like look at anything, and she's kind of just vibing, at all times. You do know that she is the older sister of Taya.
Yeah. Dawn, right?
Dawn, yeah.
DAWN.
DAN with an exclamation pot thingy accent,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's pronounced the same way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna start sparring. Hitting the bag, getting some blood flowing.
Easy enough. As
After oh, sorry. Go ahead.
was it? No, go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say after I'm done like stretching and doing that stuff, I'll do a little bit of sparring with Rael.
All right, Taya, are you still over there with Grummond, or are you off doing some other mischief?
I am gonna be taking the bowl and make it look like I'm taking it back to the stand. But really, I'm gonna take it to a little hiding place so I can come and grab it later.
Thank you, Taya. Remember, you don't keep it.
We
You
don't
bring it
keep it. We're gonna take it to the food stand where it came from
my
and give it
favorite
back
bowl.
to those nice kids.
My favorite bowl, please.
Those little
All right.
children.
As you're heading out to find a spot to hide it, can you roll me a perception?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Roman, make sure you keep your eyes up. If you're gonna be able to even, well, you hit harder, so maybe you can practice hitting me and I'll practice dodging.
With an 18, you do see that there is oddly enough. That's one before. Oddly enough, if you take a look at the map, you see up over here. There's a weird, almost reflection coming from near the keep. As you see, it's odd as you kind of like make that one moment where it kind of blinds your eyes as you were going behind some kind of bleachers to try and find a place to hide this bowl. It distracted you. Did you see the ping?
Yeah. Interesting. And I've never. This isn't like a thing that happens normally, right?
No, you would know that if there is an emergency, the very top right here, there's a signal fire, that like a giant bonfire they would light. So it would be unmistakable
Okay.
if they were trying to signal.
Yeah. And it did not look like that?
No, it seemed like if you like have a reflection off of a mirror.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go find Temperance.
Easy enough. You see him kind of sitting on his bench where nobody else approaches him.
I had already brought him the bread.
Oh, all right. You guys already
of-
both went over
the
there.
Roots. Well, before I brought him something to eat and a relaxing agent to chew on, just a root or something I noticed from him. It's
Yeah. Tempest, you still hanging out over there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you find him in the same place you had last seen him, Taya.
Temperance, look over there. Tell me what your eyes see, what your special eyes see. And I'm gonna point at the thing.
Gonna look.
Taya, looking back from this angle, you don't see it either.
Okay, we're going on a little excursion. Is it just Rael and?
It's just
Brandon?
Tempest right now. Rael has. You saw him. He was sparring with Grumman.
Oh, okay.
Volan's. Phi, Anna, where are you guys?
Deanna is still eating her, just savoring this cotton floss, but still hanging out with Emer, her sister. Just kind of.
Much to Emer's protest, as she keeps telling you to go hang out with your friends.
I'm gonna
Just,
call
Yeah,
out to
I-
Grummond and be like, I am gonna take these people to go see a shiny thing I found. If you want to come, you can. But I'm just letting you know.
There is no time.
You said as you get kind of bumped by you get bumped by Garrick. It's like, I want to see a shiny thing.
Oh, you,
Let's go.
you mindless.
And then he was sparring with Roman. Roman's like, we were just come on. Oh, fine.
Roman.
What?
You want to join our spar?
And show you my.
Just hold back a little bit. Come on.
I thought we were following the small creepy one.
I'm not.
Why? Isn't she in your group?
Actually, should we keep an eye on her? Was she still holding
Garrick,
the-
slow down.
No, I would have put the bowl down.
So you guys,
No,
whoever
look,
follows.
I'm gonna trip Rael as like a
Yeah,
last
I was
minute
staring
thing.
away. So
And I said, look, you have to do it like this, and I ankle pick him. I grab his ankle, and I push him by the head, and I swap hands, and I just drop him to the floor, and I take off.
And you guys all make your way over to this little hiding area behind some of the bleachers that Taya had found. And Grumman, you immediately just see the bowl like on the ground.
Now, if you look over here,
I will pick it up.
Look, hey, don't
Yeah.
touch that. You don't know where that's been.
Anyway,
I know exactly where it's been.
as you guys kind of focus your attention on where Taya's pointing, you do see this weird kind of at like an odd interval of like this reflection coming
Do I
from
have any knowledge of anything that like why that has that ever happened before?
not that you remember. It's really quite odd. Temperance, you kind of have a weird, that same weird piercing feeling you had felt looking at you. You feel deeper as you kind of look this way.
It's like it's staring at me. Do you guys feel its presence staring at you?
I just see a light shine.
Feel what staring at you?
Oh, when did you get here?
Phenomenon
As
of-
Roman kind of like jumps, he's like, shit. When did you get here?
Has a phenomenon of this ever happened before?
Phenomenon.
Phenomena. Do, 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 do.
It's a phenomenon.
Do, 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 do.
Do,
Phenomena.
All right. Why are we
That
singing?
was no, like
It's just this.
Why-
Maybe a little
You
help.
don't. No one feels anything. Like it's staring
It
down at
feels a
them.
little creepy.
what does it look like? Like, can I make it out at all?
You may a perception check to see if you see anything different than anyone else.
I'm gonna pull out my mirror and
Is there
kinda
any
mimic
reason
it
I would
back.
have advantage?
Nope.
All right.
You said I can make a perception check.
Anyone can, yeah.
Okay. First roll.
And
pass.
don't assume any of us would have.
There we
advantage
go.
on this.
That one.
Hey.
Good job.
Roman, you're kind of sitting there, and you're trying to like look and figure it out, and then as Taya is trying to like do it, you just blinds the shit out of you.
God, Tip. All right.
Like
You
your
know
eyes
what?
start watering.
I will. A little
Ooh, did I-
flustered. I'm gonna go take the bowl back.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. That's they gifted it to me. Cause I was gonna gift
That
it to you
sounds
for your birthday.
like you should thank them for the gift, huh,
I
Grumman?
will.
Just to double check.
As
Here.
Rael, you do kind of see. It's for sure just some kind of reflection, but it doesn't seem like patterned as you kind of look at it for a minute. It doesn't seem like someone's trying to. It's odd because it's just random. It's not patterned.
Is it coded?
No, yes, it doesn't see. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem coded. It just seems random.
Is it move? Or does it seem like almost like how the light sometimes moves of creatures moving through the forest?
It could. It's hard to tell. It's very far. You know, it's up on the mountain next to the keep.
I mean, it's weird, but maybe just maybe one of the keepers is just practicing something arcane, and we're just getting a glimpse of it from this angle. But and I look over to the two odd ones. Do they seem does
Temper
Tempest seem
seems.
particularly upset?
He didn't. I don't know, Tempers. What kind of expression are you wearing?
It's a bit of confused and concerned. Just a little scared of what's looking back at him.
And I take one of the roots that I picked from my pocket and start chewing on it as well. It seems it's a little unnerving, but I'm more unnerved by the look on your face.
I just don't know what it is, what it could be.
A little odd.
Fianna, you kind of turn and you kind of like look to see, and you see your sister kind of like over back where you had left her, and she's got her real arm kind of pressed up against one of the sides of the building, and she looks like she's like struggling for breath.
She's gonna rush over, and be like, Emer, are you all right?
Something. I think it's just a bit hot. I need to go lie down. And she can see she's like sweating.
Here, do you want me to go with you?
No, it's. She kind of like tries to like take a step. You see her like kind of like wiggles, and she like falls, and she just kind of passes out. Like, and you manage to catch her, so she didn't hit the ground.
I'm gonna run over as well and
Hey,
kind of check
can
her
I
pulse.
get some help? I want to do
Uh,
I'm also gonna look at her vitals.
Make a medicine check, both you guys. As you guys see, she just collapsed to the floor.
Yeah. Sorry, I just. What was she like before this? What did she say? What did she say?
She was very sweaty and just was having a hard time standing. It's not like her.
You see, with that medicine check, you're not able to kind of figure out what was wrong. But you guys are a little bit flustered and not expecting this. She is okay. She's not dead. She's breathing, but she's kind of almost very labored breaths. It's something as it's like she's just ran. And you see at this point, kind of others have taken notice. People start coming around, and after a few moments, you see your father, Kian, manage to come over. He's like, "Well, what just happened?" As he kind of kneels down.
She collapsed.
Eating something?
She just collapsed.
He's like, "Watch her," and he kind of reaches and picks her up. It's like, "I'll take her to the medical tent."
I don't know. Look
He's
back
like, "I'll be
over at
back."
the reflection.
Can I look around and see if
Alright,
there's
let me-
anything that she left behind? Like
Make an investigation check.
trace her steps up. God.
Hey, Just calm down.
Unfortunate. Oh, Brad, make sure you enable 3D dice. Yeah, and you
Oh.
see, Vienna, your father, kind of holding her, and he starts making his way off, and he goes, "What happened immediately before this? What caused her to collapse?"
I just looked back and she was sweating and looked very weak. I don't know.
So were you?
I'm gonna look down at like my hip and it where I put that lamp she gave me earlier. Is it glowing?
It's off currently. So
Okay.
I'll take her to the medical tent. You and your friends try and figure out what happened. This is odd, concerning.
Let me know how she's doing. I'll come visit her before the fighting
He's like,
tonight.
you see, he's very kind of laser focused, and he gives you like a half nod.
Can I look around for like arcane effects, like if somebody's pulling a cruel prank, or if
Make a
there's-
Arcana check. Fiona, you're kind of left behind.
Something like
Fiona,
that?
you're kind of left behind. Yeah. As your father kind of rushes off, and you see that she was sweating so much, she even like left kind of like a trail of sweat almost.
I don't physically see anything, but and I'm
Rael, you can
trying
roll
to
with
look.
advantage because you're being helped by Grumman.
How far away is that building, the thing with the light that was shining on it?
Depends. If you are going by horse, you could get there 8 hours on a full sprint. It's like a day's journey.
It was a 20.
20. You don't find any traces near the area, but as you kind of like look up, you do kind of see that you brush past Temperance. You can feel as you kind of go to push and move him out of the way, you're brushed by his hand, and his skin's like burning hot, hotter than it should be with the sun.
Temperance. I'm gonna speak quietly so that nobody else panics. But you might need to move away from people. You're hot. You're running hot.
Oh boy, here we go. Thank you.
Find an excuse to go staff off somewhere. I'll keep an eye on you.
Thank you. And Tempest is just, without saying a word, just kind of fall into darkness and try to get as far away from people as he can.
Hey, we're gonna go and I'm gonna go look for my father. I'm gonna ask if I don't know. I just have a weird feeling. I want to check on them. Temperance is gonna come with me. I'll say to the group.
And as those two kind of make their way off, Fianna, you kind of feel a weird pulse, and you have like almost a sudden migraine.
Ah.
And then you see that light that you guys had seen reflected, it now has an odd purple hue to it for a second, and you kind of blink, and it's like the light wasn't even there.
It's gone now, no longer.
You take a look back over your shoulder, it doesn't look like it's there anymore.
Oh.
We need to go over there, like now. I just want to go take a look.
You
To the-
see... Yeah,
the-
Garrick
to the
is
lake
The keep?
the keep? That's a day's ride.
Well,
I could get us horses. And he kind of gives you that, like, spitting grin. Grumman.
I
You could get your horses.
It's like Uncle's in charge of the stables, and he started drinking early this morning.
What have we been doing here?
What?
Yeah, we should have been raiding the stables this entire time.
Why would
Yeah,
we steal
raid
horses
the
if we weren't going anywhere?
Yeah.
Because horses are useful for
Horses
getting
would-
places?
Eat you. I could get us all horses. We
Can I
might
get a pony?
miss the
I need to go
fight.
find my father.
I
He
mean,
goes,
I'll be back.
Roman, come with me. Grubband, gather. I've always wanted to say this. Gather the forces. Meet at the stables. We're doing this.
Everyone, Garrick is going to take Roman to the stables. So Garrick, you two go to the stables, and
Yes.
I'm going to gather the forces.
Meet us at the stables before the fight so we can slip away unnoticed.
Yeah. Yeah, you
All
guys
right.
go do that. All right,
Just as
I'm
a
telling you guys to go do that.
You see, as
And I'm gonna gather the forces.
Garrick is kind of he's like 2 or 3 inches taller than you. He kind of like rubs the top of your head as he turns and runs. He's like, "See ya, shorty."
they were they're part of the group we were going to fight in the pits later, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not all of them are, not all of them. We get along with quite a few of them, but just not.
No, we
Just
get
the one
Yeah.
is
along.
kind
We're
of a
just
little.
it's
Yeah.
kind of just like a
Yeah.
sibling rivalry, I guess you could probably I would imagine, right?
Yeah, but a few like
Ian's a bit of a
Ian.
jerk.
Ian's
I guess
kind of
so.
just a dickhead.
True.
Roman is a little salty towards Volans, but that's about it. And then Bridget just loves to goad Vienna.
Vienna, you good? We're gonna
Are we going? I could just. I think if I tell my father, he could send a message over there. But I think
We
there's
can
something
tell him.
happening at the keep.
We can
if we
tell him
tell them,
and
then they
go
won't let us
ourselves.
go. But then they won't let us
Okay.
go. They'll know.
But
Why
this.
won't they let us go?
Because we're supposed to be here at the festival. We're not supposed to leave like that. I mean, we're
We're
free, but not
adults.
that free.
Let me tell my father about what's happening, and then, yes, let's sneak away and go ourselves.
I'm gonna go find Valans and
Tempest Rael.
well, no, Ryle and Tempers. Oh yes, well they took off, huh? Yeah, I guess I'll go try.
They
to find
just
them.
left though.
Yeah, I'm gonna chase after them. Ryle,
Yeah. He's running hot.
kind of boom my voice. Just because I'm kind of loud. We are going. We're gonna meet up. Where do you say to meet up?
At the stables.
Yes, we're gonna meet up at the stables. Right before the fight, we're gonna slip out, and I guess we're gonna go. I don't understand. I don't know why, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it
We're
out.
going where?
So, to the light, at the keep. We're going to the keep.
When I put my hand against his arm, is Temperance still hot?
Yeah.
You got some time. Go chill him out, and meet us at the stables.
Tempest,
Or-
you don't feel like anything's gonna happen necessarily. It's just something's off-putting and kind of setting you off a little bit.
I'm just taking deep breaths and just trying to just stay cool.
Tempers, I got a water skin. Would that help?
You guys are also next to a river.
I think I'm just
can
gonna
throw
go
you
for
in the
a quick
water.
Dip. You know, I could voluntarily just put myself in there. I don't require
Like from
your
here.
assistance. No, thank you, my friend. I wouldn't appreciate that. Thank you.
Understandable. Just
Uh,
thinking of efficiency, you know.
I'm just gonna walk towards the river and dip himself in there.
His
Okay,
like steam
Ryle?
come off.
Yeah, you actually do see a little bit of
Stables?
steam come off. It does make you feel a lot better. You know, it's kind of a temporary fix, but it does kind of lessen your own risk with yourself.
So
You
stables
said
in
meet
about
at
an
the
hour, right?
stables?
Sorry.
Yep.
You guys have about an
stables-
hour and a half before the sun goes down. So
Yeah, so stables in about an hour. Roughly? That sound right?
at the latest, 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm gonna go find
Vienna
Valan.
already took off, like after she said she was gonna go
Yeah.
tell her father. She's
Yes.
trying
So
to find
Vienna
them.
knows. Tempers and Ryle know. Find Valance. That's where I'm going.
Yep. Fullends, what are you up to?
Yeah.
I was just chilling.
Fullends is in the
just
corner. He's
going
like, and then I told him.
talking to somebody else, completely ignoring the group.
Valan, hold that thought.
He's like,
Come
and then
here.
I said, no, what? Wait, hey man, we're talking here.
Hold that thought. I need him.
All right, man.
What's up,
Don't bust my
Roman?
balls.
Bust your face. This is important.
Oh my god.
Um, meet at the stables in no more than an hour.
Why? What's going on?
Tell you more when we get there.
Are we not fighting?
Shh.
Oh,
I don't know. Stables, no more than an hour. Be
gotcha.
there. I'm gonna also go find Phoenix, Dawn, Bridget, and Anne.
Dawn is kind of around. Bridget, you see Roman talking to her.
Would we
Roman
or
went
would
with
he know any of
Garrick,
them to
right?
be a snitch?
Yeah, but it seems like he's talking to her right now.
Okay. Okay.
Are any of them known to be kind of like teacher's pets or a bit of a snitch?
Phoenix maybe. Phoenix might sell you
as
out.
I catch up to Roman and Dawn.
Bridget.
Hey. Oh, Roman and Bridget.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Guys, should we tell Phoenix?
Bridget goes, absolutely not. He can go straight to his father.
He will, right?
Yeah. You need me. And she kind of stands up and puffs her chest out. I know the mountains better than anyone.
Fair enough.
I can get us
You're
up
in.
there. And she kind of looks to Dawn, who's just kind of, she's a little head in the clouds. We might leave her.
Yeah, that's probably
The
best,
problem
huh?
is she's great at healing.
So is Phoenix, but do we want Phoenix there? No, we said all we don't want Phoenix. He's gonna rat us.
And Roman's like, I like Phoenix. He's like, shh, why are you so loud?
Shut the fuck up, Roman. God damn it.
What?
What? Inside voice.
I don't know how to ride a
outside.
horse.
Who said anything about horses? Well, we did say horses. We'll teach you. It's fine. If not,
You can ride with
you
me.
might get
It's
left
fine.
behind.
What? You're little.
And
Maybe if you rode like a big dog or something.
Hey,
Mastiffs are fast.
you know
Don't
what?
be
Yeah,
mean.
I'm gonna ride a freaking greyhound and beat you guys all there.
I'm pretty sure they have Tibetan Mastiffs in the stables for the halflings.
They're like really, really slow compared to horses.
It's fine.
What's the thing about the turtle? Slow and steady comes in first.
Never gets anywhere. What?
Comes
Where
in
did you read
first.
that?
I
No.
Well, of
Third
course they
grade
go
What
in
teacher.
fairy
first.
tale?
They,
What
like, they
fairy
have
tale book are
shelves.
you reading?
something about a tortoise and someone with a lot of hair.
That makes absolutely no sense. If you're faster, stronger, better, you win.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done being yelled at for my strength. And he walks away, storms off.
You're strong.
I'm
Just-
done being persecuted for my knowledge.
I'm done. I'm out of here.
We'll kind of cut over to Vienna as you make your way and you find the kind of the tent that they've put up. And you see your sister is just kind of out laying on one of the cots. And your father is speaking with some other just kind of couple people that you don't recognize. But
Father,
and he kind of turns to them and gives like, well, did you find anything?
yes, I think there's something happening at the southern keep.
Nonsense. They would have signaled us.
There
Most
was
of
a
the champions
light,
were there this
and
morning. A light.
there was a light, and I also felt something. Felt like a migraine. Like a purple light.
And he kind of like gestures to the other people to kind of leave the tent, and they all do. And he takes a deep breath. He goes, "Look, I know it's a bit stressful with your sister, and she hasn't been doing well lately. It's just heat exhaustion. I just spoke with her. She's fine. She just needs some rest and some water. You're freaking out over nothing." We can't
I disagree.
have this right now. If anything was happening at the keep, she would know. Trust me, she's been there and done that before. I just spoke
But
with her
she's
minutes ago.
reacting like this.
It's heat exhaustion. It's the doctors have just said, and she even.
Winter.
It's winter. It's hot in the day. It is hot today, isn't it? It's odd. Either way,
Fine.
the sun's going down any minute now, and it'll cool. Look, and he kind of goes, "This is supposed to be your day. We don't want to ruin it now, do we? I will have someone check it out, but you do not concern yourself with it and get ready. I'll make sure that she's up and ready in time for you, so she can watch. All right?
As long as someone goes to look at it.
In time. We should hear from the other champions later this evening."
All right. She'll turn around and walk back out.
Yeah,
Go
and
to,
you see he
going to
kind
the
of like
stables.
you see as the people that were kind of kicked out were just kind of standing outside and have that kind of like awkward look on their face as you guys pass each other and they walk back in. As it was literally just a canvas tent, so they probably heard you guys. Where are you heading, to the stables?
Yeah.
As after everyone kind of gets their business done and heads over there, you see about 10 horses, and you see Garrick, Roman, Grumman, and Rael kind of setting up, finishing up the saddles on the last couple. And Garrick says, "You all ready?" "I got the horses ready." He's passed out, and he kind of points, and you see an older orc, kind of with a bit of gray in his beard, just passed out on top of a bag of what looks like wheat. Early start.
My father doesn't think there's anything happening, but he's gonna send someone. But when he sees that we're not there for the fights this evening, they're gonna come and follow us.
Good. Isn't that the goal?
He's kind of,
Yes.
Garrick is like, "She sold us out?"
No, think of it this
No.
way. If something is wrong,
We got reinforcements.
we're gonna want somebody coming after us, even if we get in trouble. The best case
Fair enough.
outcome is we get yelled at.
Trouble? No, I can't get in trouble.
You won't get in trouble.
You're not gonna get in trouble.
They brainwashed all of you.
Nobody's gonna get in trouble.
First of all, nobody's gonna believe that.
I
Yeah.
taught
Oh,
ghosts
what are you
blood.
all bickering about? And you see, standing in the doorway, Ayan, kind of like flicking one of his, what looks like a dagger in his hand. Garrick yelled something about the stables in an hour? Why? I thought we're fighting soon. Why are you all... Oh, you're leaving.
We could use your help.
Use my help. I'm sure you could, but, what's the occasion? Are you all afraid you're going to lose? And then Garrett goes,
no.
I'm here too.
Yeah, like there's no one else to fight. So, you know, if you're not coming with us, you can go fight yourself.
If you want to fight, there's probably
He's gonna
something at the keep.
Why are we going? His eyes kind of lit up. Like, why are we going to the keep? That sounds like a terrible idea.
Oh my!
And he kind of like closes the door behind him of the stables. Why are we go? That sounds like a terrible idea.
Think of it this
We're-
way.
There's strange lights over there.
We're saving.
Yes, it is the
world.
carnival of the sky. Lights come down.
Lights come down and give you headaches and give people
You
a sense of
are
unease.
weird, and you've always been weird.
And
He likes to light things on fire. She talks to no one.
I talked to someone, and
I've
their
met
head was hurting.
someone.
I'm the crazy one here. Wow.
Didn't you notice the light coming from the keep? You're
No.
supposed to
He's
be more
blind.
observant than the rest of us.
What
You're
do I
supposed to be
look
the
like?
better
Blind.
hunter.
The better hunter.
Come on. Don't shy away from a hunt.
Fine.
But
I will come to make sure you guys do not get yourselves killed, because if you do, then it'll be my fault for not saying anything.
I appreciate it.
Our hero. Now I want this horse.
All right, let's get a move on.
Alright, well,
should we
I'm gonna hop
Should
up
we-
on a horse and take off.
should we set
Roman's
up
like,
a distraction? Here.
Roman's like,
I think we're fine.
I could stay behind and create a diversion.
Do you wanna?
And he kind of like he reaches into the like his bag and pulls out which looks like a shit ton of fireworks. I was saving this for later.
Kind of. I think you should come with us.
But I can't ride a horse.
You can learn.
Oh, it's a little hard to learn. Leave him. He'll slow us down.
And you see it,
You
people
want
and
to
says
get
that
on
you kind
someone
of
else's horse?
you kind of look at him. He's like 7'1". He's a giant brass dragonborn. He's larger than Volans, and Volans is like tall. He's 6'8" or 6'9".
Even Bolans is kind of pushing the limit of these horses.
Exactly. Like
Roman,
Volans has to ride one of the war horses, and those are harder to ride.
Roman, I understand if you're scared. If that's the case, you can stay behind.
I'm not scared.
Roman, we could actually use this. Can I take a little bit of like whatever that palm oil I had and say here? We could leave this somewhere as a plausible excuse for why maybe some fireworks accidentally went off.
He goes, okay, and he like takes the palm oil, pours it in the box, opens the door to the like this barn, and just throws it as far as he can.
Oh, leave! Everybody go!
Yeah, we're starting to go.
All right, you guys just making a mad dash and kind of sneak out the back.
Can someone help me
No,
onto a horse?
I will. Taya, you
I
can ride
can
with
ride
me
by
if you'd like.
myself.
Okay.
I just
Well, you know
need
what?
to
There
have
is a
someone
pony there
else.
for you.
I will lift Taya on the horse.
I
Yeah,
think
there's
I'm
a-
too big actually to ride a pony technically.
No, you're small, so you could ride a pony. Your size is small. Because a pony is medium, so it's one size category bigger than you.
Like a
Okay.
hobbit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're fitting on a pony. You see Volans is on a war horse. Everyone else is on normal riding horses. As you guys, I said you are sneaking out or just dashing, mad dash.
I'm going to put my hand out.
How far is the tree line?
Are we gonna have to go through a crowd or like get past a gate?
No, you guys are going to be there might be guards at the bridge across into the forest, but if you dash past them, there's not much they can do.
I'm going to
Dash.
I'm going to signal for
Gotta go fast.
to go slow until we hear the explosion.
All right. So you guys are
Because if
sneaking
we
up
take
basically
off-
to the bridge and then take off run over the bridge.
Because the sound of 10 horses running is incredibly loud.
Yeah. It won't be as loud until you hit the bridge.
Our horses.
There's
But
also a
I'm-
festival happening.
There's also quite a bit of ambience from the festival.
Let's take off. Let's go.
You ride.
Yeah.
Let's ride.
Okay.
All right. So can I have everybody here roll me a animal handling?
Oh boy.
This is a group check.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right. Is that everyone? Oof. All right, that is just everyone just barely passes. You guys are able to get the horses out quietly enough, and then you hear the of like poppers and sparklers and all that kind of stuff going off. And you hear the yeah,
Roman can
and you
throw
guys.
that shit pretty far.
Oh yeah, he threw it kind of in the middle near where the long line of different what's it called stalls and stuff were. So people are just freaking out. And then you guys make your way to the bridge, and you do see that on the far end of the bridge, it is a fairly wide bridge. You see there's kind of two guards kind of just standing on either side.
Do I recognize either of them?
No, they don't seem to be anyone of note. They're kind of standing. They're kind of like almost falling asleep as they're leaned up against the post on either side. As it's kind of like it's almost like a 20-foot wide bridge. So there's plenty of space, and they're on either end of it.
Sienna's gonna like snap the reins to like make the horse go even faster.
So you guys just kind of get to the bridge and then have that moment of hesitation, and then Fianna goes, And her horse takes off running. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna let that moment of her horse taking off kind of encourage my horse to also take off.
Yeah, we'll kind of all go.
Same.
You guys make your way, and you guys
I'm gonna
just
yell,
kind of
"Important business."
you guys blow past these two guards after a while, after a bit, and you see they kind of like,
We'll
whoa,
be back in a second.
Bye-bye.
and you hear the kind of distant chatter of them saying something as the sounds of the festival begin to further and further away. As you guys start making your way across the plain towards the Apollo sect, and in that you guys see. You guys are through the forest, and it kind of after a few hours, it does open up with Fianna and with Brigid. You guys easily are able to maneuver through this forest and this plain as you have two rangers kind of leading your way, and you guys make it after. Somebody roll me a d6.
I'll do it. Oh,
Two.
2.
You guys make amazing time as you are, how do I say, kind of just led through by your two rangers, Fianna and Brigid, easily through this forest, and you make your way across the plain. And after only about 2 hours, you guys make your way out of the forest, and you see that continuing at this pace, you could potentially make it to the foot of the mountain in another 2. It will put a strain on the horses, though, so it's potential they could burn out. You guys would have to roll endurance if you want to continue pushing this fast. As the sun is now set, and the darkness is kind of coming across the land. The temperature had dropped from a bit of the sun kind of gleaming down to now it's getting cold.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah.
All right, can I have everybody roll endurance checks for me?
What is that on the sheet?
It's just a Constitution saving throw, or not saving throw, but it's Constitution. If you're specifically trained in endurance, then you get proficiency. I believe you are, Christo,
I am.
Temperance.
Christo is.
How would we know if we're trained in endurance?
It was just a skill you could have taken. If you didn't take it, then you are not.
Oh,
A skill?
didn't know that.
Yes, it was an additional skill added.
Like perception or something.
Mhm. Endurance is it's a Constitution based skill.
So otherwise, it would just be a
Oh.
basic Constitution roll, right?
Ew.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that a
Damn,
20 or an
I rolled
8?
So bad today. It's an 8.
Oh, damn.
I
I'm
know,
so sad
rolling-
about that. Because you guys are easily able to make it. You guys do see that lagging behind, you see the pony starts festering out, and hey, you start getting winded, as it is hard to ride a horse this aggressively for this long. And you do Rael, as you see her horse begins to kind of start slowing down, you are able to actually kind of pick her up and put her onto your horse as the pony kind of slows down to a stop, not following the orders anymore because it is just exhausted. Yeah, but after another 2 hours, you guys make it to the base of this mountain, to the edge of where essentially the edge of where you're able to ride horses. As you guys do see, there is a path, though it's not a super well ridden path. Essentially, you guys are fairly lucky to have two rangers here to lead your way. So, how are you guys gonna make it? You guys gonna, assuming you're going on foot? Are you guys taking the path? Are you guys trying to cut your way straight up? What's the deal?
Do we have to abandon the horses here?
Yeah, you could tie them to a tree or post or something, or to some of the nearby rocks. Scary. So these are fairly tired though. It was a long and fast ride. As
I
now,
think whatever's gonna be the fastest way up.
fastest way up would be to potentially cut it straight up, but it could also be potentially dangerous as it's kind of off the path. There could be rock slide. There could be beasts and stuff like that.
Let's
Fuck
let's
it,
go up your
we
memory.
ball.
Boogie, we
Well,
bow.
You all look rather
Bow,
tired.
bow,
Maybe we
bow.
should it's Let's take
It is getting later into the
more
night
leisurely
now.
walk
It's
up first.
closer to 8 or 9 p.m.
The
Let's move
faster we get
carefully.
in, and we faster we can get out.
That's true. We don't really want to be stuck out here at night.
Alright, well, don't push yourselves. The forest, even with the guard, the forest is dangerous at night.
Everything's dangerous.
Yes,
Not
but we're
everything.
near the border. Is all I'm saying.
Empress and I spend a lot of time outside at night.
This is actually
don't
how
know
we
about-
grew close.
Exactly. This is how he could become my bestest friend.
You guys having a tryst? A Turst? Is that how you say it?
Oh,
No,
what?
it's tryst.
Was I right
What's
the
that?
first time?
Yes.
It's like a sex thing.
No.
No.
Oh. Usually people
you
get
guys
No.
hooked
having
up
that
at
sex
night.
thing?
No.
It's 'cause
No,
I
do you,
got
do,
ghosts.
actually, do you have people talk to you in your head? And exactly.
My-
So
I
I
sometimes
talk to myself in my
I
head.
I'm like
That's also a
behind the
little
group,
weird, too.
nodding or shaking my head. Like, what are you saying?
What?
Sometimes when you can't rest, you just go out in the middle of the night and talk. It's no tryst. And
Are you
just
bad at
turns-
sleeping?
Yeah.
Immediately just turns away and turns out and starts walking straight up this hill to try and get to keep.
Oh, we're doing that now.
You see, Bridget's like, wow, now that we've all finished arguing about sleeping, can we go?
Yeah.
The various forms
really.
of sleeping as well, too.
I think I found a way up
Right.
the path this way. And she kind of points. It's a little off the beaten path, but she kind of shakes her arms out. It's like, I climbed these mountains before. Not here
Temper
specifically.
shakes his head and just starts walking right up it.
That
While the two rangers take lead, I'm gonna try to watch our surroundings and listen for things.
Guess it's a good thing I got warmed up. God damn it.
God damn it,
I'll
Bobby.
be watching for
Damn it.
specifically.
Do you want us to make survival checks?
Do you make a survival check?
I can.
Can I look for signs of, well, like threats? Like what would be considered blood hunter threats, for like signals or something
my
to
goodness.
track and things like that.
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
Wow, that's a lot of surviving.
Was this?
Everyone make that?
Way to
Or-
survive.
No, just the
No.
Rangers.
Got it.
With that, all three of you kind of managed to easily. These mountains are fairly tall. It will be into the night almost, but you guys, without even like an issue, are able to make it up this mountain. Like because Fianna, even though you are a very adept kind of explorer, you do see that Bridget is very familiar with these mountains, even in this area, which is odd because it's not anywhere near the Silas Sec. As she manages to lead you guys, and even a few times avoid some rock slides, and then almost
Can I-
probably
Oh, sorry.
3.5 hours. You guys managed to even cut off almost an entire hour, so about 3 hours. You guys make your way to the foot or the very base of what is the South Keep. You guys can see the glow of the Mount Nightfall off to the side.
Can I recall on any type of creatures or anything that would be around this area?
Yeah, sure. Make a nature check.
Not a histoweed? Weeding?
No, it would be nature.
Natural. Oh.
What'd you get?
21.
Dude,
21. You know that there's kind of wolves around here every once in a while, as well as some other things, but for the most part, it should be pretty clear because the keep is right here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That was good work, Bridgie.
Well, maybe a little bit of a strain for you, but this is easy.
Just can't say anything nice.
I could, but I choose not to.
Okay.
So we're at the base of the fort.
You guys
here,
are right
basically?
at there's not a moat or anything, but there's kind of a large front door with the usually locked with the portcullis down. But you do see, this is the first time any of you have seen one of the keeps kind of up close. As you guys see, they do live up to their names, as it is a large kind of tower of these basalt bricks that shine with this kind of onyx sheen. The air is cold as you guys feel the snow begin to kind of fall as you guys are on the top of the mountain. It's getting late. You guys are falling into winter at this point. But the front kind of large 2 wooden dark oak doors are open.
Have I been feeling anything like on this journey? And as we approach the front doors?
It's been since that, like, earlier, you've kind of had this headache, but it hasn't been as bad as it was in the initial moment. But it's kind of just been that dull, aching pain you could feel just on the like the base of your skull in the back.
Everyone be on your guard.
They left the doors open. I guess they left in a hurry this morning. And Garrett kind of like looks around.
They don't normally leave. They don't normally leave.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna
What?
kind of head in first and kind of look around to see if there's anything like not necessarily traps per se, but like maybe something left there on the ground that is a little
Like
creepy.
dangers.
Yeah, like anything dangerous
Yeah.
immediately in the doorway.
Okay, make me an investigation check. What did you get?
I got a 10.
Got yourself a 10?
I rolled a 2.
A 2?
Wow.
It's hard to
Yeah,
say. You
give me
don't
a 10.
see... That's it, damn.
Okay, look for signs of attack, I suppose, while she's doing that.
Yeah, make an investigation. You find nothing except a single arrow kind of buried in the ground outside the front.
I'm gonna pick it up and show it to Fianna. Fianna, do you know anything about these arrows? I know you do these kinds of arrowy things, or know people who do the arrow things.
Fianna, you look at it. It's quite obviously a full metal crossbow bolt, not an arrow.
My family doesn't usually use these, but it's definitely from someone here at the keep.
Empress, you actually recognize it. Looking at it, it is most likely was forged by your father. It's just a full, like a steel rod crossbow bolt that packed quite a punch.
My father makes these. They're quite powerful. Where did you find this?
Right here. Or I'll point at the ground.
No, someone must have attacked something. If they really wanted to pack a punch with this, this wouldn't have just been used in vain.
Huh.
Good to keep in mind. Everyone stay on guard.
Is the lantern still out?
Yeah? These keeps are very, very large.
Yeah.
So it's potential it would be not necessarily in range if there was something here. It's potential that it could still be, or it could be nothing.
Interesting.
All right.
Rael, as you're kind of in the inside of the doorway, you kind of seem to have figured out why the doors are left open.
The rope's been cut. Does it seem to have been cut by a blade, or has it been burned? Or
Can't tell. It's very frayed. It could have been cut. It could have been scorched.
or just
The rope that holds
Maybe
it
a
from the
crossbow
inside.
bolt. Yeah.
it looks like Perhaps
Looks
the
as if it was
crossbow,
sliced and
crossbow
then
bolt
it
was used to
snapped.
sever.
Looking at the trajectory of where the arrow was, does it look like it could, or the bolt, does it look like it could match up to where that one was? To
Yeah,
go
it could have
through
bounced off the
door?
wall and landed there. Because it was almost up and down, not like it had been stuck into the ground, you know what I mean? Had like maybe it had bounced off the wall and stuck into the dirt.
Are there any bits of rope in the arrowhead, the bolt head? Fiber?
No. It's like it's a thick kind of braided cord of a rope, so it probably wouldn't leave fibers behind.
There's no bodies?
Not in the front. You guys are still right outside the front.
Interesting.
I'll take a step inside.
Yeah, I'll open the door a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Let us go first. Or come in behind us at least.
You see, it's almost too quiet as all that is heard is the kind of howl of the wind and the shudder of the wide open doors. But as you guys kind of get in, there's a weird weight felt upon your shoulders. For you, Temperance and Fianna, there's almost no change, but the rest of you feel kind of almost a pressing on your shoulders. But you do hear kind of an eerie sound coming from a corridor down to the left. Almost
Can
a
I see
groaning.
anything down there?
You see a door at the very a door kind of slightly ajar down a couple hundred feet down the corridor.
I'm gonna take the.
It does get darker as the lights are not on.
I have
I'm gonna
dark
take the
vision, though.
rapier
I should be able to see
from
mostly through it.
out of my side, and I'm gonna press my palm into the blade that is on the handle, and let blood drip down through the cross guard onto the blade as it starts to crackle with lightning.
Just gets you the faint
Just
kind
a
of
very
crack of
soft
lightning.
crackle. Yeah.
Fill the corridor as it's completely silent other than that.
I can also just do this and then gonna produce flame.
Ooh. Is there torches on the wall or anything?
There are kind of some big steel braziers lining some of the walls.
Kind of grab a brazier and put it with the flame and kind of make one of them two and just start passing braziers around everybody.
Braziers are large bowls that are like.
I have a torch. I will remove a torch.
As before anyone goes and lights anything, you see, as you guys kind of make your way a little bit further in, the lantern on Fianna's waist starts glowing a bright green.
Do I know what that lantern is?
No?
Fuck.
It's weird.
The green light. Why didn't you light that earlier,
The
Fianna?
Green Lantern?
That would have been really
I-
cool.
That would have been really
didn't. Fuck.
What?
There's an aberration. It must be the tear in the veil.
The what? The who? The tear in the veil? Does that sound anything familiar to me?
No. None of you guys know what that means.
I'm gonna continue taking a step towards. I'm gonna continue taking a step towards the door, and I'm gonna hold an action to thrust forward into anything that jumps out at me.
Yeah. So you're just kind of on the ready. Is everyone else following down the corridor?
Yeah, I'm gonna look over at Garrick and
Hell no.
give him the eyes like it's time.
You
I
see
need to
Garrett
pull out
reaches
my
over his back and pulls out a large maul.
And I pull out my long sword. And I've got my shield up.
This is
Yeah, I'm
fucked.
just gonna pull up my short swords and kind of try and go ahead of Rael and look for. Just basically make sure there's nothing dangerous in front of us on the floor or walls.
All
I've
right.
never been here. I don't think.
Make a perception check.
$21.
21. Doesn't seem like there's anything out of the ordinary, you know?
I want to try to focus
Hmm.
on this headache and feeling that I'm having to see if I can figure out if it's stronger in a certain direction.
You can feel as you guys are going towards this corridor where the eerie sounds are coming from, it's growing not necessarily worse, but kind of deeper. You could feel it further into kind of your bones and in your just in your chest. And it's not necessarily pain, it's kind of evolving into like a tightness.
But I can kind of sense where it's stronger.
It's not necessarily you know
More?
where it is exactly, but you feel that as you move in this direction, it's getting
Oh, okay.
deeper and more noticeable. And as you guys
It's the
get
sky.
closer, you see that this door, different from other doors you guys have seen, it's a large, thick metal door that's reinforced, but it has been bent outward and smashed open. And inside, as you kind of peek, there's a steel... Before you go, are you guys going stealthily, or what are you guys doing?
I would be approaching
stealthily.
stealthily.
All right, can
Yeah.
everybody
Very
roll
back
stealth
of the
checks?
line.
Everyone roll stealth checks.
I apologize in advance.
Oh no. Oh no.
no.
I'm at the back of the line, bro. Like,
Well, I got
come on.
lightning and
All right,
Clank,
here
clank,
we go.
Oh my. Yeah, so you guys basically hear a cacophony of just and at one point Voland just bumps into Grumman's back, and so Grumman, his shield hits your armor, hits your shield, and there's a loud
I
kind of
change
ringing.
Can I change my ready to action instead to be I'm gonna cast a cantrip and I'm gonna have my blade ready, but I'm gonna choose to cast a cantrip at the first thing I see, or the first
Yeah.
thing that appears as a target.
So you wait. It wouldn't necessarily be a ready to action because that would be like one turn, but basically you guys are so on the ready you can't be surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, I've taken my bow off of my back
Mhm.
and I have an arrow nocked.
And Bridge has done the same.
I am
And-
hiding behind my shield.
You see, Ayan has both of his scimitars out, and they're both. One is glowing with it's almost frozen. It's got a serrated, frozen edge, and the other is glowing with a divine, radiant energy. And you see, he's kind of bleeding from both of his arms. This is fucked.
Is Volan's like visibly terrified?
I don't know, Volans, are you?
I am just not liking the whole situation. I'm at the back of the line. None of this adds up. This is not
So
normal.
yes.
Keep doors are not left open.
Volan's, this is
Yeah.
what we've trained for.
Maybe you. I just trained to clean dead bodies, say
Shut
last
up.
rights.
Well, how
Shut up
about
and
instead
focus.
how about for this moment, you try to prevent dead bodies.
I could do that.
You keep us up.
Right. As you guys begin to turn the corner to reveal what is in this room, that's where we're going to take a break.
Mother.
Oh,
We'll be back in about
Okay.
15 minutes, so we'll see everybody after the break.
the fuck?
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello, everybody. This is Markiplier.
Michael,
How are we supposed to just come back from that?
don't worry about it at all. We are going back to
Rick didn't say something terrible.
the Blackstone Keeps, as everybody has just rolled the worst stealth checks I have seen in a very long time.
Literally
got a
banging pots and
15.
pans as we're walking through.
Literally, as like, you guys are all so laser focused and so intense and so like anxious and suspenseful that you guys can't hear yourselves being the loudest people on the planet. But
Yeah.
as you make your way, you see this metal door, kind of, like I said, broken and bent outward. And inside is a metal portcullis that's just kind of thrown off its hinges and flattened. And you guys see in the center of this room a large kind of platform. And on this platform, you see the room is open. There's a large rectangular chamber, is the whole room. There's kind of 6 pillars of stone parallel to the walls, but the floors are strewn with what looks like recently dead corpses of the once champions of this keep, as they're kind of still bleeding and not in any state of decay. Though in the center there's this large platform with a distorted tear-looking thing floating about a foot above the ground. From this distorted space, you see 4 giant tentacles kind of whipping around the room as if they were surveying, as if there were eyes peeling out, though there are none. But right in front of this, you see a large bipedal figure with these tentacles coming out of its purple face. It kind of turns and looks at you guys expectantly, as if it had heard you coming. And you see it holds in one hand a book, and it kind of closes the book, and you guys just hear this chorus of screeching and slurping. Fianna and Grummond, can you guys roll me history checks? Taya, you actually hear and understand what these words are. Just sounds like common to you.
I rolled at disadvantage.
You can roll history as well, Rael. You just hear it says, "More pathetic worms. Look at them. It is below me." As it kind of slams the book closed and turns.
He just called us pathetic worms, guys. Whatever this thing
As
is.
what
he
did you
just
guys
calls-
roll? Where's my
Speaking
cursor?
aberration.
I got a 19, I think.
I didn't mean to roll at
It's
disadvantage.
you got a 19. Fiona, you
Yeah.
recognize this as deep speech. Grummond, you it hurt your ears. Rael, you also recognize this as deep speech. As it turns, and you see it kind of begin reaching its hand out towards the tear. And there's that kind of moment of odd, eerie silence as it kind of reaches its hand out. And you kind of feel a rumbling in the whole building as a large form begins to emerge.
Can I make note of what could I see what the book he was holding was?
It just looks like a large tome with literal chicken scratch written on the cover as he's kind of holding it up.
Is there
I'm
any
gonna
members?
shoot
As
what
I
I
can
can.
bring you guys to
Oh no.
the battle map.
Oh my god, that is
Wow.
gross.
Oh my god.
Let's move to the combat screen. I'm gonna move everybody over. Can we see it?
Yes.
Yes.
As you guys can now see
Oh.
visuals with this room.
Oh shit.
Ew.
As you guys see it, yeah, the body's littered about with these things, with the creature kind of standing in front as this tear in the center is opening, and this large blob now emerging further from, as you see, a weird blob creature emerges, resembling almost a dragon, but it has these 2 wings covered in, the 2 wings are covered in eyes. And then there are these 2 horns protruding from what could be called the head of this dragon. And aside from its grotesque kind of like sunken in eye holes, that are lacking eyes. You see as its mouth opens, there's one giant eyeball in the center of its mouth, and it reaches out. And you
Is
see
it
the
fully
tentacle
emerged?
face. Oh, it's fully emerged. It's this weird amorphous blob that resembles a dragon. And you see that the tentacle face creature kind of mounts and gets on the back of it and just blows the back wall open without moving. And then it begins crawling towards it. As you guys see these tentacles in the room begin kind of perking up and almost like they're looking at you. Can I have everybody roll initiative?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Blech.
If you're asking.
Blech. Grode.
We don't have tokens we can click on, do we?
No, this is just a visual aid.
I'm trying to remember if I get
It's a
advantage
compromise.
on initiative.
Yeah.
It's a good compromise.
I say yes. I give you a bonus on the initiative.
I can't, Jared. I can't remember if I get advantage on initiative. I'm trying to look through my stuff. But...
No worries. Who else am I forgetting? Railtea, Fianna, Grumman, Temperance, and Volans. Be too quiet.
And the
over
extras.
there. And the others. Alright, I will go ahead and roll.
You could put them in a group stat or something.
Yep. Alright, I will go down asking everybody for their initiatives. Rael,
20.
20. Taya?
24.
Dang. Anna.
Vienna, 12.
Grumman?
11.
11.
11.
111. Tentacles get a... Not very good.
Oh.
I do have advantage on
Temperance? Temperance.
Just kidding. 18. I forgot I'm pushed to talk now.
This guy, bro. This guy.
Bro, I
You said
said it
18?
like 4 times. 18, yeah.
Volans, what did you get for initiative? 13?
13.
Alright. To start us off, we have some music I need to change, huh?
Mm. Yeah.
Let's go with...
I'm sorry, and we came in the bottom of this room?
yes, you came from here.
Okay. And where the broken rubble is where the thing just busted.
Where it blasted out and began flying out into the night.
Okay.
And just to let you guys know, you guys can tell these tentacles can reach anywhere in the room.
Okay.
Are those pillars little or
Those are pillars. The circles are pillars.
Okay, thank you.
Are they acting as separate enemies or one enemy?
They are separate.
Okay.
They're considered two separate enemies. The right side and the left side, essentially.
Okay.
And they're very large.
They are enormous.
Perfect.
All right. So, first up, we have Taya. As you guys are all kind of barely just in this room, and you see this sight before you, and the wall blasts out, and in that moment, you see the tentacles kind of curl up and start lashing out towards you. What are you doing?
Let's see. I am going to hide behind the nearest pillar.
So you can make your way over. Do you want to go left or right?
And we're in the center on the side farthest away from it, right?
Say it one more time.
We're in the center, like below the.
Yes.
Tentacle? Okay. I'm gonna go left.
All right, you head to the left, and you're behind this pillar here.
Yeah.
You guys can use your rulers to see how far away things are, because you do have to attack the base of the tentacle to deal damage to it. They are stationary.
Okay.
We don't have tokens, I guess.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's theater of the mind. This is just a visual aid representation.
Okay.
And then I am going to. I think I'm just gonna pass my turn, and I'm gonna turn to everyone and. Are we fighting this thing right now, or are we dipping? What's the deal, guys?
Shoot it.
Yes, fighting.
Okay, I'm gonna use the rest of whatever speed I have left to go. Would I be able to hide behind the second pillar?
So you go.
No, I
It
think
would have
I
been
would-
your action to get here, or it would have been your movement to get to it, to this behind this pillar, and then if you wanted to get to the next one, you would have to dash, and then you could hide as a bonus action.
You know what? I'll go ahead and do that.
All right, so you dash over. Can you roll me a stealth check as you kind of slide in behind this pillar? 18. Managing to avoid, you actually have to almost jump over this pile of blood as this fallen warrior is in between these two pillars over here. All right, that is your action, bonus action, and movement. Next up, we have Rael. What are you doing? I see these tentacles are kind of beginning to kind of come down, looking to whip down and smack.
How do I have an idea of how my blood curse would interact if I have blood curse of binding with this? Could I be able to
basically, if
immobilize
they
one
have
of the
blood,
tentacles?
potentially. Yeah, it would be one
Well, I can
entity, so it would be
amplify it.
two of them. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to take cover behind one of the middle left of those. What are they? Pylons, kind of like columns.
You call that.
The
They're
circle
columns. They're columns.
Yeah. I'm
They're
gonna
like the
take
pillars. They're all the way to
cover
the
behind
ceiling.
one of the left columns with my rapier out, but I'm going to focus my mind and do a action mind sliver on one set of the tentacles.
Does that
And-
have an intelligence requirement?
It does. Well,
It-
no, it does not have an intelligence requirement. I don't. Let me look it. I'll look it up real quick.
Because
No,
these
I'll just
things
do a-
are not intelligent enough. It doesn't have a brain.
Yeah. I think it's more like I'm reflavoring it. It's kind of like,
Yeah, as
A
long
rush
as it
of
doesn't
life
say there's a.
energy.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't say
No,
that
it
there's
does not have a
intelligence. Yeah, that's fine then.
no, it's more like me pushing my mind into them.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna do mind sliver. So it's a DC. I think. What is my? Sorry, I'm just having lag. I think
You
it's a
would click it,
DC
right?
12 intelligence saving throw, and if they fail, it is 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from their next saving throw.
-3.
Okay, so that's 6 damage. Do you want me to roll it? Or you?
Roll damage. You roll damage.
So I'm gonna.
As I said, these things are not intelligent. Take
Nice,
6
that's
points
sick.
of damage. Nice.
So I'm gonna force my will as I press my mind into him, and then at that moment, I'm gonna take the rapier and drag it across the front of my forearm, and the blood is gonna rush out towards it and bind it around it and attempt to restrain it. As I'm gonna amplify a blood curse of binding on it.
All right. How is that gonna? What save is that?
It is a I think should be DC 12 strength saving throw, but they subtract 1d4 from it.
Oh,
All
clever.
right. It's going to be.
That hurt.
Yeah.
There is the strength save, and then I'll roll 1d4.
Rael is now covered in his own blood, purely from his own sacrifice.
It is a 13.
All right. The
Does that succeed or fail?
That succeed or
fails.
fail.
or sorry, it what would be my spell saves? It'd be
8 plus
plus
your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence.
So it'd be a 12. It succeeds.
Succeeds. Even with the blood curse, you see that this creature is very strong. As it manages to kind of, the blood wrapping it, manages to kind of pull itself free.
Yeah.
Alright.
Rael's gonna just kind of take a knee behind the pylon and kind of collect himself from the lightheadedness.
All right. Next up is Temperance. As you see these tentacles lashing out, definitely now kind of focused on Rael as he has just attempted to bind it.
I'm gonna try and catch lightning in a bottle, and by that, I'm gonna send out a chaos bolt. I'm gonna use one of my spell
Ooh.
slots. Yep.
Oh no.
Right.
Yep.
Can you roll me
I
a
am
d20?
distinctly not next to him.
Mhm.
Wait, real quick. Where are you adjacent to
You guys
everything
are in the middle of the room currently still.
Yeah, I I want to be like dead in the center. So like, I want to like. How about this? Like, I'll take like 5 steps in front of everyone, and then just launch out my chaos bolt. I'll roll you that d20. Ain't no way.
Way.
No,
Roll me a
no
d100. Roll me a
I-
d100, please.
Oh
There's no
my
fucking way. Holy shit.
Oh no.
There's
Oh,
no fucking way. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's not gonna happen that
Wow.
often.
There's
No,
no
it's
way.
not gonna happen
I'm
that often.
tripping. That, my friends, is the first spell he cast, and it is a wild magic surge.
As I see him starting to do incantations, I immediately brace against the pylons.
All right, let me pull this out.
I
Can you roll
whisper
me the
a
damage
prayer to
type
my brother.
for Chaos Bolt first?
Yeah, hold on.
A 6?
So it's a okay. Yeah.
Okay, so a 12 will...
No, that'll hit.
That's the hit. Let me see if it'll hit. Let me tell you. A 12 will just hit.
Okay, so it's 2d8 plus 6.
So, you get to pick which one's which?
11. And then I have to roll a d8 to decide what type it is. So give me a second. The full
No,
damage
that's-
is going to be 17, and then the damage type is. Give me a second. It's a 4.
Force.
So it's a force.
Force.
Ooh,
alright.
a good one at least. Unless it's going to you.
Can you roll me 2d4?
2d4.
Mm-hmm.
Snake
You are going
Eyes.
to cast Magic Missile again as a 4th level spell.
Oh wow!
Oh,
I don't have that prepared.
So that is going to be
But
These
like
are automatic
8d4,
hits.
right?
6d4 plus 6. In addition to, how much damage did you say? 17?
yeah, 17.
obliterate these tentacles.
Wait, is it exclamation point or slash?
Slash R
Slash
space 6d4 plus 6.
Big. So proud of you.
Wow.
Wow.
As you see, you go to cast the Chaos Bolt, and the energy just it surges, and it flies out of your hand, slamming into one tentacle with force damage, blasting it back up into the air. And as that happens, you feel from your hands, as you kind of just close your eyes and aim them away from you, you feel more darts of force damage go out and crash into this tentacle, slamming into it, blowing it, completely obliterating the forefront leading tentacle. It is gone.
Wow.
There are 3 remaining.
I want to do that.
I thought it would have distributed a bit better.
This is essentially... don't worry about it. You're good. But you guys see that as Temperance, you can just feel almost like a scorch on your hands from that.
Ah.
Doesn't hurt you, but it feels tingly and odd.
Ah.
41 damage.
Holy shit.
Level 2.
Go ahead and gain the inspiration.
What's that?
See, it didn't go that bad. First roll.
All right.
Inspiration
Now,
for even
you
rolling
see
the character.
Garrick,
Time.
similarly to what Groman just says, like, my turn, and he runs up with his maul and goes to slam down on one of the tentacles. He is going to... Oh, he hits.
Garrick is a
Nice.
full orc, right? As well.
Yeah, he's a full orc.
He's a
He's
fork.
He's a fork. As he comes out and goes, boom, smacks it pretty hard. As the tentacle's coming down to kind of slap and hit on him as he's running up to it, he goes and he hits this one right here. Oh, is it? Nope, I'm using the wrong tool. He goes and he hits that. As it comes down, he smacks it back up and it slams into the ceiling. And then Bridget is going to go ahead and roll herself a bow attack. She just hits it. Gonna do a D8. She managed to hit the same one with the arrow, not doing as much. As you guys look, and Aen walks his way up and he's gonna make his attacks. While he's doing that, Volans, you can go. It's your turn.
I'm gonna move to the furthest pillar on the left and just take cover.
Okay. So, as the room is being shook by the smacks and the tentacles flying everywhere, and for some reason Tempest has just blown one of them up in an instant, which is ridiculous.
Volans, are you doing all right?
Fine.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Volans?
Yes, yeah, I'm hiding for sure.
All right. Deanna?
So there's also the guy on the dragon, right?
He has taken off. He's gone.
They're gone? Oh,
He blasted the wall and flew away.
alright. Well, I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark on the side, the tentacle side that still has 2 remaining.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do an attack at that, and then
Go
I get
for it.
advantage on it since that hasn't attacked yet. That hasn't done anything.
That's correct. 25 will hit.
I'm
Go ahead
gonna
and
roll
roll
just again.
damage.
Oh, I rolled that with advantage, never mind.
Yes.
Got the same
25 does hit. It's just the same thing.
Okay, let me... Oh, I tried to roll the damage.
Nope, click. Yeah, there
There
you
we
go.
go.
5 points of piercing damage.
And then
All
I
right.
get a
A D6, right?
D6.
An additional 5 points. Nicely done. As you manage to, you see that the tentacles coming down to try and slap at Garrick once again. It's managed to hit an arrow in it, slowing it down enough for him to dodge out of the way. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
All right. Grummond, it is now you. 3 tentacles remain. One of them is fairly fucked up from just getting
one?
splashed by that
The one
chaos
on the-
bolt. This one.
Oh, that one's fucked up. Yeah.
That one's almost
and,
dead.
And the other one is the one on the
These
left.
other
is the one
two
that Garrett
are,
went-
it looks like, yeah, Garrick is after this one, Fianna, and Bridget as well.
All right, I will run to the opposite one.
All right, you run up, pulling out
okay.
your Morning Star.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna make an attack at it.
All right,
Morning
go for
Star.
it.
No. No, I have a longsword.
Oh, you have a longsword? All right.
Yeah, I have a longsword.
Can't say, how do you use a Morning Star? How does that
My
swing?
hands.
22's going to hit. 11 points of slashing as you run up and just slice this tentacle in half.
It's done.
It's done. It's done.
Okay. I will. How much movement do I have left?
You would it would take all your movement to get up to this one.
To the one on top?
Mm-hmm. I think so, right?
Okay. Yeah.
From here, 40 feet. Yeah, so you would have been about here, so yeah, you could have made it. Just barely.
Okay, well, I will use my bonus action, Adrenaline Rush. Does it? Wait,
Ooh.
hold on. Wait.
Very
Second
nice.
wind.
That's ridiculous, Christo. Oh my god. I'm still tripping about that. The first spell was a friggin' wild
Rock.
surge.
I was so scared.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
will. I
In
will
character.
Adrenaline Rush. I will Adrenaline Rush to the other one. Give me 2 temporary hit points, and I will Action Surge. Attack this one up top.
All right, go for it. 21's gonna hit as you run up and take that longsword. 8 points of slashing damage. Definitely dug into it pretty well. All right, bringing this to their turn. As one's going to swing out towards you, Temperance, as you have just fucking annihilated one of them. And the other is going to swing towards you, Grummond, as you just fucking did quite a bit of damage. All right. So the first one is going to be a...
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
24 to hit, Temperance.
That's double my AC.
Wait a
I said
second.
that'll
What?
hit.
Oh,
Yep. So can you go ahead and roll me a... Actually, nope. You are just grappled because it hit you.
All right.
Well, and you take... 7 points of bludgeoning damage as it constricts and squeezes you.
Damn.
All right, now Grummond.
Mhm.
Does a 17 hit?
It does not.
17. As it goes to try and
18, armor
constrict
class
and
18.
bind you, you bat it away with your shield, just
Yeah.
barely evading its grasp. As we come back now to Taya, as you have kind of made your way around this second pillar and you see your friends have engaged with it, it doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Huh. Okay, I'm going to. Walk up to it from the back, if I can, to the nearest
can't get
tentacle.
All the way around it,
Not
but you
like
can
all the
get
way
pretty
to the back.
close.
I think the tentacle to the left is the closest I can get.
You can get like here, just kind of sneak around underneath it, you know?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna hit him with my two my
Double short sword. All right, give
Yeah.
me. First one will be at advantage, second one will not.
Okay.
14 does hit.
Oh, sick.
As you get sneak attack, 12 just hits. So first sneak attack for the first one, second one's just normal.
Okay, and then okay. So it's that.
Is that for the first one?
Yeah, and then
Oh, that's before sneak attack too, huh? You still roll a
Mhm.
d6. So that's 11 damage as you come up behind it and kind of stab right at the base of it where it's erupting from the portal. What was that sneak attack damage?
1d6.
Oh my goodness! As you manage, the tentacle almost straightens out and you almost feel like a scream come from it as you come around with your second one. What's the damage to that second one?
That one is just the because it's
It's just-
offhand.
Yeah, it's just a d6.
d6. Okay. Ugh.
Additional 3 points of damage. You manage to kind of slack at it bing, as it tries to retaliate against you, batting it away. All right, that was your
And then-
action
Yeah.
and your bonus action.
Yeah.
As you're now up right behind it. These tentacles are not
Mhm.
looking good. You guys have done quite a bit. Rael, as these ones on your side are completely eviscerated by Grummond and by Temperance.
I am going to run up to the one grappling Temperance and run to the closest point near where it's holding him that I can reach and jump and stab into it with the rapier.
Go for it. As you kind of run over, and I'll say since it's grappling around Temperance and it hasn't moved him yet, you next to him you'd be valid to attack it.
Okay.
So yeah, give me an attack roll.
Oh
24
my
will
God.
hit.
All right.
Ooh, 9 plus 3. As
Yeah,
you
so I'm gonna run
manage
up,
to kind of
grapple
stab,
it, and then just push the force of lightning into it.
yeah, you stab the rapier through this one, kind of, and the lightning hits it and erupts. Temperance, you feel the grip loosen around your waist, and the tentacle falls limp to the floor. Only one
Good
remains.
man.
Good work. Good work. I mean,
All right,
like I'm
bring
a
us
little
back
noticeably
to
lightheaded.
Temperance.
All right.
You spelled lightning wrong, Jackson. Lightning.
Late inning.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do.
Yeah, well, Jarrett, you spelled tentacles wrong.
Yeah, tentacles. Tentacles.
Tentacles. No, they're not tentacles. They're tentacles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're tentacles.
Yeah, there's 10 of them. There's 6 more. Do you guys want 6 more?
Oh, whoa,
No.
chill.
Yeah, I don't
want
wanna
to just
fuck
have
with
to do
any more
another chaos
actors.
mold after that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm standing next to you.
If I do a cantrip, do I have to do the check?
No, it's just a spell.
Okay, yeah.
Could.
So
You could.
I could, but since this thing is almost dying, I'm just gonna do a firebolt. So
9 will unfortunately miss. As you go to... And you're still feeling a little shook from just basically eviscerating one of the tentacles randomly
Nuking.
and then getting grabbed. There's 1 left.
Damn.
9 will miss as it flies past your eyes, just screaming out into the night through the broken wall over here. And the others will go after that. Volans, it is your turn. As the others are locked in melee with it. See, there's only 1 tentacle left, and it's coming down on your friend Grumman.
I guess I will. He's not in danger of dying, right?
Not potentially, but it's looking like pretty tough. You might be able to kill it.
All right. I'll cast Sacred Flame at it.
All right, what is that? A dex save?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we'll roll a 17, which I think succeeds, as the radiant energy begins grasping around it, and it manages to slip out of the way as the radiant burst explodes, not grasping on to the tentacle. You do still have a bonus action if you have anything you want to do.
No, I'll pass.
All right, Fianna. You see, there's 1 tentacle left.
Yeah, she's going to send another arrow at that. Just normal.
19 will hit.
19.
Oh,
Another
unfortunate.
5. And then I get the 6 again.
All
So
right.
9 damage.
This thing is hanging on by a thread. It is mortal. It's barely... You see it kind of like almost trying to slink back into the portal. As Grumman, you're up.
Looking at the other tentacles that we've dispatched, are they?
They seem to be melting into some kind of black ichor.
They are.
They're melting into some kind of black ichor, yeah.
Can I attempt to pull this tentacle, keeping it intact, but like not hurting it, but I want to try to remove it from its grasp inside. Does that make sense?
Go ahead and make me a contested athletics check.
Fuck. It was so
With-
close.
With the 21, it will
It
beat
was
you.
so close. It was so
you try-
close.
Pull it, and it wrenches itself from your grasp, bringing us to its turn, as it's going to smack you. Actually, I'm going to go for Temperus, because he did fuck it up. Oh, an 8? I think we'll miss.
Yes, it will.
As it goes to lash out across the room and snaps at you, but you manage to duck underneath it. Rael, you feel it whisk past you as well. Moving its way. It's moving. It's
Stumble a few steps back.
barely still visible. It's almost falling apart. Taya, you see the tips of this thing just barely. What do you do?
That's disgusting. I'm gonna hit it.
All right, give me an attack roll. Grummond is next to it, so you can still get the sneak attack. It's not
good.
at advantage
Yeah.
though, but you still get sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
the first one's a 1.
Nope. But I'm gonna use my halfling.
Oh, you can use lucky.
Halfling.
Halfling
Yep, go
luck.
for it.
Oh, yep.
Did
I
it
think
do
the-
that
22.
automatically?
Yeah, I did it automatically. I haven't input it.
Oh,
Oh, that's so cool. So with a
Right?
22,
Good job.
you roll damage.
There's no way it lives.
Who knows?
How do you
Oh
want
my-
to do this?
No.
I'm gonna get really upset that I didn't finish off any of the other 3, and just be like, I really wanted to make the calamari myself, and then just start like slash at the base in kind of like a knife-y fashion.
You see, as you kind of get frustrated and take a step forward, some of the rubble almost gets in your way, but you use it kind of to roll yourself underneath one of its strikes, and then you come right up at the base and just go for a slash, and it's just so tired and frayed, you easily cut right through, and the tentacle slams to the ground heavily. You guys see the
I'm
tear
holding-
close.
Since I was
I'm
holding
gonna
on
run
to
up.
it, pulling it, I kind of stumble back.
Yeah.
You know, like
And it like lands like on you a little bit on your lap, and it's just kind of gross as it immediately starts melting into this black ichor.
I'm gonna run up and try to grab
can I
some of the liquor into a vial.
liquor. You gonna drink it?
The black.
As you go to kind of try and
Liquor, I
grab
barely
it,
know
it
her.
just kind of it burns your fingers. Can you make me a Constitution save?
Yeah.
You as well, Grumman.
Yeah. Gosh, I can't roll for shit.
Hmm.
Me neither.
Would you get a 10 and a 5? All right. The both of you are going to take
Doo-doo-doo.
5 points of acid damage as this burns your skin.
Ouch.
You guys are no longer
are we-
in combat.
Are we able to collect any of the ichor?
It does completely melt and burn away.
Oh, it just disappears.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any sort of remnants of the, like the rift of what was there, like a etched marking or anything?
This
As it's,
ground,
like,
there's the
pretty
circles
away.
on the ground. It is though it is no longer glowing the orange it was before, and there's nothing there. But Fianna, sorry, you still can see. Think of like the the mirage you see when it's really hot in the desert.
Mhm.
You kind of still see that floating above the base of this portal.
Can I quickly
I-
pull out a book and sketch
Like
down what
radiation?
we had saw, the rift we had saw?
Yeah.
Just roughly.
Just
I
make
wanna
me
go
a
up to-
performance check.
Sure.
Yes.
Go well.
Can I help him, like correcting details that I
Help him
noticed?
You
draw?
trained in
I
performance.
don't know.
You
Oh,
make intelligence
performance? No, I
performance
thought you
check. So just add your intelligence to
roll-
that instead of your.
Oh, okay.
So use the same 8, but add your intelligence.
Yeah.
Instead. And then,
8.
Fianna, what did you want to do?
I wanted to go up to the
11?
tear and
It's decent.
see if I can reach out and try to seal it or put some kind of closing on it like she knows her family can do.
You feel that it's closed from here.
Okay.
That you guys killing this beast that was holding it open, because especially you guys know that it takes an immense amount of energy from whoever opened it to maintain it. So you would assume that whatever that tentacle-faced creature was, it had used this beast's life force to keep the gate open long enough to pull out its friend.
Okay.
You.
I guess she's gonna go and check to see if anyone is maybe alive on the ground. Just if
Make a medicine check.
I will also. help.
I'll assist
Go for
her
anyone can
on
make
that
medicine
stuff.
checks.
are you drawing or doing a medicine check?
Maybe after going
I
to.
already drew.
Anyone else? Temperance, Volans, Oh, Volans. Nice. Temperance, Volans, or Taya, what do you do? What are you guys doing? Volans is checking. Temperance, Taya.
Um,
Hmm.
I'm trying to think.
You're a little spooked. I see you wiggling around.
I think I want to go check around the bodies that they've already checked. If they're dead, to see if there's any like definitive like anything that was left by the people, and also if
Make a investigation.
and then if there isn't, I want to check their pockets.
Oh,
Make an
God.
investigation check. Volans and Rael, you guys
Boy, what?
both separately figure out that these bodies were not like beaten. They don't have any cuts. They don't have any bruises. They don't have any lesions. They have blood pouring from their eyes, their nose, their mouths, and their ears.
They were they were killed by psionics, I think, or maybe blood magic. I don't know.
It seems very eldritch.
They died a dark death. We should be respectful of their sacrifice.
You guys
I'm
can now
going to
feel
go
the kind
around
of
and close if there are eyelids left. Close the eyelids or cover
Yeah.
the faces. With whatever I can find around the room, out of respect.
yeah.
Was there anyone from my clan?
You see that this red cloaked individual, she was from your clan.
Okay.
She was not like anyone super high up, but she was just kind of the you know, she's only maybe 10 years older than you. She was. This was one of her first years up on post by herself during the festival.
Would I and maybe anyone else know the process of lighting the fire of alarm?
I can help you.
Yeah, you guys would all know how. You have to go to the top of the tower, and then basically just it's covered, so you can just uncover it, and then
Actually,
so it's dried. It's just a bunch of dried. Just
Temperance.
think
Can
Lord
you
of the Rings
ignite the
when
flame?
Pippin does it.
Yeah.
Can I make a flame? And then Tempers produce flames.
Yeah, can you go ignite the signal?
Oh,
we need to
you
call
see
for people.
Garrick and Roman are kind of like sitting outside, like hands in their head, a little freaked out. What's going on? What was that thing?
This is bad.
Yeah.
It was an
Aberration.
incursion.
It was disgusting, is what it was.
It's dead what it is now.
The champions got killed. Whatever that octopus man was, these were some of the strongest.
Well, I mean,
It's
He's
I
also
hate to break it, but
taken off.
I guess not.
Have a little bit of respect. They fought vigilantly and did what they could. It's
I don't
unfortunate
think they
that
were
they
given
passed
the
away.
time to. I feel like this was just.
Seems like it was.
It seems like it happened too
definitely an
fast for
ambush.
any of them to react, honestly.
And you see Bridget kind of, she's like, seems like she was almost tracking around the room. And yeah, almost all the footprints here are ours. I think Taya's right. It seems they were all killed instantly. Or something like that. I don't know.
Is Temper scared right now?
Can you ignite? Did you ignite the flame?
You have to go to the very top of the tower to do that. So you have to like
I'll go
send
with
somebody
you.
to do it. It would take a bit of time.
I'll go with you, Temperance. Or give me one of the torches and I'll go do it.
I got a 21.
For investigation.
Yeah.
They seem to not. They don't have like personal belongings on them really. They just have their weapons, and you see all of their weapons are kind of like broken or not usable anymore.
Does it look
Like
like
you
it
see-
happened recently
Yeah.
as
Like
well?
they're all like the crossbows you see are like snapped, and some of the swords are not necessarily broken, but like severely bent. And it's odd.
Do we happen
Like
to
a
see
shield
them?
is mangled.
Do we happen to see any sort of like mirror or anything that was like that could have been the source of the light we saw?
There's that metal crossbow bolt out front.
Oh, that's right. We did do that.
Hmm.
Um, I will
Where did
ask
that come
Eric.
from? Does anyone
Uh,
inside have a crossbow?
There's two in here. You see them on the ground, broken.
Oh, okay. Thought maybe someone got away.
Eric, can you help me move the bodies to
Yeah,
a more respectful manner?
we can take them out front and maybe find some blankets or something to wrap them. Roman, Volans, why don't you two go find some blankets to wrap them in? I was like, all right, Volans, come on.
Let's go.
You know the burial rites, don't you?
Yes. I can give them respectful last wishes and rights.
So yeah,
Yeah, I'll start.
Grumman, Gara kind of take them all out front and line them up, and then you guys come back with some blankets and wrap them all up. And then you just kind of perform a little bit of a ritual for them. And do you want to bury them out here, because you can mold earth and create graves for them?
Yeah.
As you kind of
Jared,
yeah.
was the door to this room busted in towards the room or out?
It was busted
like which,
out. Like from inside, something inside the room broke it. You would assume it was those tentacles.
Okay, I'm trying to, I guess, I'm trying to look for clues for how the crossbow outside and like,
Well,
did something have to break in for this to happen, or did something just appear inside?
It seems
then
most
something
I
likely
else
that
have a
broke?
feeling.
it seems most
that-
likely that the sorry. Okay, sorry.
No, go
Kristen.
ahead, Grumman.
Oh, it seems most likely that the one of the champions fired off the crossbow. Oh, shooting through the rope, that the landing in the front of the doorway, and that's kind of how I picture it happening.
Was it the reflection of the metal arrow or something, or the crossbow? Was it a reflection of metal, or do we think it was an explosion, or like it was a magical effect that we felt?
It's hard to say.
Saw.
Well, with how everything sounds, I would say when the being was summoned was when everyone started getting massive headaches, killing everything, which is probably how the arrow got shot out. I mean, probably the last thing they were able to do, trying to get the door open quickly. But as soon as that happened, it exploded, broke all of their weapons. I don't know if you saw that on the ground. None of their weapons are usable, and it looks like, in my personal opinion, it all happened at the same time.
You see specifically the guy who's next to the far pillar, who's really close to it, had a shield, and his shield completely like turned inside out.
I think this all happened way too fast for any of these people. I mean, they probably barely got the shot off with the arrow, which is how they were able to even let us know. It was probably a way to let us know that something happened.
Yeah, that's what I imagine too. Whatever this is
Did any of them have a line
extremely
of
powerful.
like a line of sight from this room to the door?
Down the hallway.
Or
But
did
it could have been a
yeah.
weird ricochet, potentially, but you never know.
Yeah.
Now, Vienna.
Yeah.
You seem to understand this rift somewhat more than at least I do. This is your family's specialty, correct?
It is.
So it would make sense this is probably what happened to your sister. Is she trained in this as you are?
What do you mean? What happened to my sister? My sister can sense.
Yeah, she passed out. You know, when she passed out at the party at the festival.
Yeah. Yes. I can't say too much about this rift.
Why don't we go tell all the
We
other
need
people,
to-
the professionals?
As you guys kind of say that,
like-
You're
you
the
guys can now
parents,
hear
right?
you can hear the roaring flame as Tempest has now lit the signal fire atop the keep.
We should go tell your parents, Fiona. They probably might know more.
At this point,
Yes, they
I
need
think
to
it's
know
getting-
that
safe to
there's
travel.
safety.
Yeah, I don't think
it's
it's
getting
safe to
close to
travel
what
right now.
1 in the morning, real late. You guys are gonna have to probably potentially put up watches. As Tempest, you eventually make your way back down. You see they've buried the bodies.
I'm gonna slump.
You guys know
Blade's
if they
still
make
crackling with lightning.
yeah.
But
they make full haste, they probably wouldn't be here until morning either way, because it did take you
Yeah.
guys approximately 8 hours to get here.
Um,
At this point is when you guys can feel the exhaustion just kick in, because it's freezing. The snow has just been falling heavier, as well as just kind of the soreness and the you guys didn't get hit too hard, but just the mental shock and awe. You can just feel the pain through your bodies, and you know it's time to bunker down.
I will take first watch. The cold doesn't bother me.
anyway,
I'll
Yeah.
I'm gonna take first
I'll stay with
rest.
you, Valans.
I'm gonna attempt to board the door back, the main door.
Yeah, you're able to kind of you as well as Roman and Garrick are able to kind of put the bar and get it to force stay closed.
And then, is there any sort of rooms that we could
There are rooms. There's beds.
to?
That's where you guys got the
Okay.
the things from, the
Okay.
blankets.
Okay, cool. So we don't have to be out in the open of this main area with a big hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are able to make it back. All set up and full ends. And Fiona, can I have you guys roll me perception checks for the first watch?
Yes. E.
As the night does go by rather silently, though you guys can still feel that heavy weight in the air, as you don't necessarily know what to think. Fiona, as the night goes on, you kind of feel your connection in this area just deepen, and it's almost like you can see the portal, even though it's not there. You know exactly where it is and what it looks like, as you can feel yourself get to level 3 and finally unlock the true powers of a Horizon Walker. And
Nice.
Volans, the cold actually feels comfortable to you. You're pretty glad that it got to the point of it being this freezing, because otherwise you were feeling too hot and everything was confusing. You didn't know what to do. But at the end of the day, as sad as it was performing these burial rites and feeling the cold air around you, you can just feel the cosmic energies flowing through you, boosting your strength as well, and you make your way to level 3. And though as the watch does go by quietly, it's still very somber, and it's not didn't feel like correct time for words. And who's going to be on watch 2?
Tempest will take the second watch.
I will also.
I'll be on. Oh,
Oh, go ahead. You can go.
okay.
I'll wait for
Was
third.
it perception?
And remember, you guys don't heal to full health with a long rest. You have to use your hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
Perception, yeah. And then Temperance.
Upsadeze.
Yeah.
Similar, you guys. Usually when you hang out at night, there's not a lot of talking. But tonight, like I said, feels like another moment where it's a good time to kind of be quiet and think. And
I'm actually gonna try and talk to Bane.
Yeah,
If
and
I
Bane
can.
is kind of sitting there, and you see him more closely than you've seen him in a while. Is kind of you can almost see his visage. If you roll a 1, you can roll again, only one time. You see his visage of it sitting crisscross in front of where you're sitting, and he's kind of looking at you like, "Are you okay?" That was a lot.
That was weird. This isn't supposed to happen.
No, but I think maybe I can help out a little more in the future. Might be able to use this connection I have to you to help you fight your enemies, you know? I think I can do it now.
Ooh. That'd be
I
kind
feel
of sick.
closer to this realm. You know? I don't know, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I might be able to help. But I don't know.
Like how though? And what was that? Do you ever see anything like that? And like how everyone just, I don't know if the dead people where you're at, like they talk or something.
Make an insight check. No. I don't know what that was. I've never seen anything like that.
It's weird and like, I don't know.
He
if
did
you could talk to
hesitate
the
a
dead
bit before
people.
saying that. I can't. They're where they're supposed to be. I'm not, you know?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah. Well, if one of them happens to not be where they're supposed to be, you should talk to them. You should interrogate them.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems very distracted, but he's like, yeah, I think I will.
Yeah, it was so weird and like
My
I
headache's
mean,
gone.
oh, that's good. Maybe it was affecting you too, the way it was affecting Fiona's sister.
Huh.
Maybe it affects everything, like all the living like all the beings.
I'm not living.
I said all the beings, not living. I
You
almost said
try-
living.
Yeah, I heard. Anyway, you should probably get some rest, huh? It's been a long day.
Yeah. There's more questions than there were answers today.
Mm-hmm. Happens. And Temperance, you feel similar to how Volans did, but in a different way. The cold is soothing because you can feel your body just overheating and the heat just emanating from you. So you even find some time to kind of go outside a little bit and let the cold air and the cold snow cool you down as you feel just in your body has strengthened and you just have a new kind of level of connection to yourself and control as this, you kind of almost have a flashback to earlier when you had surged and that power flew out of you. At first you thought it was just crazy and out of control, but then you kind of look back and you feel in all that practice that you've been doing over the past 5-10 years, you controlled that. You sent it where it needed to go. In the past when stuff like that's happened, it's hit other people or you've hit yourself or it's been hurting, but you sent that towards the enemy intentionally.
It's going to take some deep breaths and enjoy the crisp cold air cycling through his lungs, feeling a sense of satisfaction and that it's been controlled.
Feels
This is massive.
like some of the most growth you've had. As Taya and Temperance, you guys also both make your way to level 3.
Ooh.
And then
Before the night's over, Temperance is going to turn to Taya and ask, so Taya, how is the voices are being kind to you, correct? They haven't-
Always.
Okay, good.
Why?
I just want to make sure that you're okay. I know
Are
it
your
is.
voices being nice to you?
He kind of pauses for a second.
You think about it, that pull you felt that brought you here, it's almost like this is where you needed to be to figure out what you found out today.
Yes, they've been nice.
Good.
They've been kind. I just that weirdness with the purple light earlier, and you know, I just wanted to make sure that you were doing well.
Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. There's been strange things afoot lately.
I'll have you know, I reaches into one of it, like under his shoulder pad. It's not the most well kept, and he pulls out one of the some of the floss.
Oh, it's like a mat of sugar. It's like just like a solid brick at this point because you sweated and got yeah. It's just like a
Magic and
little
all that.
brick of sugar.
I wish I had a better way to store this, but if you care for a midnight snack, and he kind of chuckles to himself.
Always. I'm gonna take a bit.
You guys just are. It's like it's almost shaped like a candy bar at this point, but it's just like a little. It's crunchy. It's just a brick of pure sugar. It's almost rock candy at this point because of all the heat that you've been emanating. You've like crystallized it.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I'm just gonna have a chuckle for the rest of the night as they, rest
Do
of the
you guys-
watch, and
Finish up, and then Drummond and Rael, you guys pop up for your watch.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna grab him before as he's waking me up and he's going to bed and say, "Hey, I'm proud of you. Good control today. You got more power than anyone else, and it looks like you're starting to use it."
thank you. It feels
Yeah.
good to feel in control.
I feel like as Taya woke me up, some of the crumbles of the rock candy fell up, and as I rolled over, I put my hand in it, and it stuck to my hand again.
Don't
Oops.
smother that on me.
And I kind of wipe my hands and shake it. Okay.
What?
And
You
I
guys
will
make your way out. Can you roll perception?
I'm gonna lean because we're about the same height.
Well,
Right?
this works out well because no, we're not. This works out well because I was
No.
going to spend most of this night reading anyway.
You don't want to
Practicing.
talk to me?
As you go to practice and read, Grumman, you feel this has given you new insight, and you kind of put down your book and kind of spread your hands out. And what cantrips do you have on your spell list?
Oh my god.
Which cantrip would you like to attempt? You don't have to.
No, I know. Where is it?
Look at that. As you're trying and you're trying to figure out, you feel kind of like you have your sword next to you, and you, after all this time, you kind of place your hand on your sword in frustration, and then bring
Oh
it
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
to
I know
put it
what that's
away.
going.
And you go to put it away, and you kind of let go of it, and your sword disappears. And you're like, what? And then you look at it, it was in your sheath, and you're confused. And then you kind of imagine having your sword in your hand, and you feel as your sword appears in your hand. This is the technique the elves were telling you about when you were studying. Binding the weapon to your arcane.
And I almost kind of, when that happens, I flip through my book real quick, and I find the cantrip section, and I pull it out, and I kind of speak, and I run my hand across it, and it almost, for a second, kind of like, looks like it kind of vibrates. It makes a little, like a mini booming sound. It would
You
be
can
booming
just
blade.
see a thunderous energy wreath your blade, and you figure it out. You say, the goal was to bind the weapon. First, that's your connection to the arcane. And with that, it opened your eyes. And now you've made your way into becoming an arcane night. And Rael, as you do when you normally get anxious or frustrated, you pull out your alchemist set and kit and start making stuff. And you've got some of the notes, as you know that.
Cross-legged.
Yes, and cross-legged, you know that the mutant is the path that they told you to follow. They gave you some of these supplies and said, when you figure it out, you'll know. And that bomb that you made earlier wasn't lip balm. You were trying to make a mutagen.
Yeah.
And you failed, but something feels different. It's not that you're mixing the ingredients wrong. It was that your essence, the hunter's bane, hadn't matured fully enough in you until this point, in which you feel that the last step for the ingredient was a drop of blood from you. And you kind of go over the recipes you were given, and it's confusing because that's not on the recipes, but then you kind of sit back and think, and you give yourself a slight chuckle, and you're like, they wanted you to figure it out. And you did.
Yeah, I just, I prick my thumb and with the end of a crossbow bolt and hold it over the potion and watch as it mixes and blends into a more natural, well, far from natural, but
into the color that they describe it to be.
Yeah.
Where it was once a deep kind of green, now melds into almost a burnt orange as you feel as it was described in your notes, and you're like, yep.
But
now you feel that it would work.
Maybe both of us were spending too far in the book tonight. Not tonight, but the past couple months. Yeah, I think you won tonight.
This is I'm so sorry. This is amazing. I finally I've got it.
He turns around and his sword is just on fire.
Well, that's amazing too.
Just a emerald green flame just encoding Drummond's longsword.
Whatever you were doing, Ral, is so amazing.
You are such
did
a
it.
cock.
No, I
know.
I did it.
I think it's fitting. You know, I think we both spent too long staring at our books, and it finally clicked tonight. So it's nice.
You hear
but
around the corner.
I was referring to the fact that this time, unlike all the other times where I normally beat you in training, you did real good tonight.
I don't recall those times ever happening.
That's just how I remember it.
Is that a headcanon kind of thing? Because
I'm extremely.
But I beat both of you most of the time, so.
Bro.
As you see,
you beat me
standing there
once in the last month. We've only fought once.
I have unlocked my power of a hunter months ago.
Yeah, all you had to do was go train in the mountain with that old man. I have that.
That was Bridget, not me.
I keep like pointing
mix
down
people
at the
up often?
book.
The point is,
a lot going on.
As much as I dislike you, and he gestures to you, Rael, sometimes you have to get your hands dirty to figure out what you need. And once again, as much as I dislike you, I'm glad everyone here survived. That was...
I have to say it twice.
I hate you. That was beyond anything I could have guessed would have been up here.
Thank you for coming with us.
Thank you for
I
joining.
didn't expect that.
I'm glad
Thank you for
I don't know if I'm glad I came, actually.
I
fear now that we are connected more than we would like. Whatever that thing was, it saw us and it got away.
Well, in mourning we...
Have I ever read anything? Or have me or
no, that
the
is...
other blood hunter ever read anything of a creature like that?
He's kind of shaking his head as you give him that look of like, have you ever heard of that? Because you haven't. You know what I mean? And you give him that kind of look. You have not either, Grumman.
Damn it.
And he kind of gives you that like head shake of just like he has no idea what that thing was. And the fact that it could kill like 6 champions instantaneously is ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, at sunlight, the rest of them should be here to, they should see our beacon and come. Hopefully,
Yes.
we can start figuring out what to do now.
Hey, I do have one question. How many of those tentacles did you both kill? Because I got one.
I got one.
I got one. Did you get one?
Alright.
I don't.
I did.
I-
He killed the
Yeah,
second
you
one.
got.
Okay. I killed one.
So I'm just making sure you guys are keeping up with me. So that's all.
Did he
Seems to
get?
kinda
I don't think he
little
got
bit of a
one.
grid.
We got lost in country, but he did a massive amount of damage to one of them, leaving it on the brink.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Uh-huh.
He rolled a
2
crit
radiant
on his
swords.
freaking 2 radiant swords.
Oh shit.
So he might not have killed one, but he definitely like fucking
He did a lot of damage to it. Yeah.
he chunked one. Yeah, so you see he kind of
Yeah.
walks off.
Do I
And-
notice anything with my perception check?
It's quiet. It's everyone's. You can see like you guys are kind of just sitting in the room, and everyone's dead, tired. Everyone's laying out, and it's just you can hear the faint howl of the wind from the open wall.
Everyone's
Can
either
I
dead or
see-
asleep.
Yep.
If I'm peering down from the tower, can I see the approach of a convoy or something? that I
Over
can't
the over yeah, you over the in the plain, the open field, you see just a convoy of lit torches coming across the field. Also, say what everybody saw, what I would describe is that the sky lights up with almost hundreds of what look like shooting stars and comets. As this is the tradition, this is the phenomenon that the tradition of the Carnival of the Sky was built around, as these beautiful lights kind of just form it's almost a combination of like a meteor shower and an aurora borealis, as the sky lights up with every green and purple and pink, as well as these white and yellow stars flashing across. And it is usually a spectacle and it keeps your attention, but today it seems almost like the least interesting thing that you guys have seen, and the most comfortable. And as the sun begins to rise, that is where we're going to end the session for this week. I hope
Wow.
everybody enjoyed, and we will
Thank you, Jared.
be back again next week at the same time. So, if you want to get more, we got more coming.
Nice.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.